You just can't call me when you need a nigga to free. You just can't call me when you need a nigga for money. You just can't call me when you need me on Monday and twice on Sunday. What the hell I look like? What the hell I look like? What the hell I look like, baby? Tell me. Someone to the freeway. You just can't call a nigga when you need someone to bitch to. You just can't think that I'll be right there. I will be there for me to share. What the hell I look like? What the hell I look like? What the hell I look like, baby? Tell me. Welcome, everybody. This is Coach D. Darrell Spears here, broadcasting from D. Darrell the Rebirth. Hope everybody is having a good time today. Everybody's having a good day. I look forward to chatting with each and every one of you. We're gonna get on to this is gonna be a Manosphere topic. This is gonna be one of my arch nemesis who took a little break and now he's starting to come back to the scene. Mr. Fantastic 824, whatever the hell his name is now. But it seems like he's slowly but surely making his way back, carefully going into certain places. He is most definitely trying to make a little name for himself again. And as far as what I'm seeing, he's pretty much carefully went to the Lapeef show, going to the Fight Club to give his unsolicited ass opinions as usual. And last night was a slow night for me. Wasn't much going on in the Umar sector, so I was kind of going around YouTube a little bit, seeing what's up, seeing what's cracking in YouTube. And sure enough, I see him as usual, maybe one every 2 or 3 times that I watch, he, for some reason, makes his way to the platform. What's up, Rizzo Lyricist? How you doing, brother? So, Mr. Fantastic, man, this is some funny ass shit, man. This is why these guys in the Manosphere, man. This is why I don't argue with you all. This is why I don't debate with y'all no more, man. It ain't even work because it's like you can't argue amongst fools. You cannot argue amongst fools. And I'm just looking at this shit, man. I'm looking at Fantastic. And I'm just laughing because to me, he is so fucking funny, man. And the reality is that they'll try to gaslight you and make you look like you the one that don't know what the hell you talking about. You know, before I get into this, I kind of want to go into the fact that shout out to Sexy Red TV. Man, Sexy Red TV did a retro video from 2019. I think it was either the end of 2019 or the beginning of 2020. And in that video, the video pretty much showcased the fact that I was on the Sunday Rumble on O'Shea's channel, and a guy named Yummy, or whatever the hell his name was, he claimed he was mixed. He didn't look mixed to me. He looked white, totally white. But he went on there talking about, pretending that his sex doll is the answer to all his problems in life. And these silly ass Negroes, these incel like Negroes, were co-signing this shit. They were straight up co-signing this shit. And I basically came on and said, man, hey, brothers, there's some things wrong with you. This is not typical behavior of any human being to pretend you have a live sex doll. And this shit look crazy. But these same Negroes in the Manosphere, just like Fantastic was one and others, they were trying to make me look like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And I'm just looking at these niggas. Then Sexy Red show how, man, he's a therapist and what kind of therapist? He's not even a real scientist. Anybody can say that. I'm like, oh my God, are y'all serious? What's up, Carrie Ann? I'm like, are you going to seriously argue with me about mental health? And most of you Negroes didn't even graduate out of high school, but you want to try to tell me that psychology is not a science? And psychology stemmed itself from empirical research on human beings and also animals. But it's not a science. Half of the research that you quote for your convoluted talking points is behavioral research, dumbasses. But all of a sudden, because I don't agree with the bullshit that you talk about, now I'm all of a sudden not credible. Anybody can be a therapist. Well, if anybody can be a therapist, please tell me why then less than 5% of therapists are black men. Please, and the other 6%, 7% is black women. We're not highly representative in this field. But I guess if it's not dealing with technology, biology, information systems, things of that sort, then all of a sudden it's not really a true science. Get the hell out of here. But I had to hear this shit. And Mr. Fantastic, and I'm relating this to him because he was on that panel arguing with me. Matter of fact, after that show was over with, when O'Shea decided to end the show, they did a continuation on Mr. Fantastic's channel. So I decided to go over there, but I didn't stay that long because I had shit to do. So I decided to go over there for a little bit, but I didn't go that long because I had other stuff to do. I had other more important things to do, and that just wasn't it. So as I go through this, I want to preface for a second. Preface to the second that I attempted. I mean, I'm not attempted, but I went over to the Fight Club because I watch the Fight Club every now and then. I'm not an avid listener or viewer, but I do go there every now and then just to see what they're talking about. And then I see people that I know. I see Angry Man over there. Shout out to Raw B Privilege. She was over there representing people that I know. And I will see them from time to time, and I just go there to see what they're talking about, support them. And then you got a whole bunch of other people on there that I have no idea who they are. And they're there giving all of their perspectives. And of course, we're talking about women. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about black relationships. We're talking about the state of the black man. We're talking about the black community. We're talking about a whole bunch of things as it relates to us. Okay? We're talking about a whole bunch of things as it relates to us. And so some of those arguments and interactions can be heightened, can be very theatrical, can be out of control, and then it can be just downright ratchet or niggerish. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. I get it. This is the Lapeef. I'm sorry, it's not the Lapeef Network, but it's the Fight Club. So, as we continue here, you're gonna see here. This is the guy, Aaron, who basically is on the Fight Club, and you see Anton there, who's the owner of the platform. What's up, Propane? So they're basically talking about things. Please let me know. And so basically, they're going to start off talking about relationships, and of course, Mr. Fantastic, who's at the bottom middle, you know, looking like a 15-year-old with his hat on and and stuff like that, with his little mic and everything. That DJ Cooler told him he need a new mic, and he still got a bad mic after arguing and yelling with him. So he begins to talk about his own relationship. And this is, to me, I tell people all the time, rule number one, you should never talk about your personal relationship in detail. And that's what he did. And he made himself look foolish. And the guys on there, shout out to them, they exposed him for what he is. And you look, he's in the military. He's in the Navy, I think. Okay, he's been in the Navy he's getting ready to retire in about 3 years. And don't you know, this Negro claimed he divorced his wife because they were kind of growing apart, and the fact that he did not want his wife to get his pension from the military. Now, people are, look, I know Carrie Ann's in the military. I don't know the rules behind that, but there were two other people in there arguing about, you know, you got to be there for 10 years or over 10 years, and they were saying all this different stuff. I don't know how that works. Okay, I have no idea. And then he started talking about the high level of divorce rate in the military, the high rate of women taking money from the guys who are in the military. And I'm like, brother, you only make $54,000 a year. And you're an E6. You've been an E6 for 15 years. And you got demoted. So I'm like, stop, man. You're not making that much money. Whatever she claims she's trying to get ain't much. This shit is funny, man. And he tried to talk about, well, how much money I make. And I was like, nigga, you don't nearly make the money. Shit was hilarious. Nigga, I pay more in taxes. Oh, damn. That's for real? Okay. She said divorcing your wife is definitely not a way to preserve your funds in the military. Damn. Okay, so I guess he was for real. Well, he basically talked about how he felt he was making a smart financial decision by divorcing his wife, which is actually the opposite of what you're saying. So I don't know how that shit worked, but I know he just recently he hasn't been divorced. I think he got divorced in maybe 2020 or 2021. Definitely no more than 2 years ago. He got a divorce. So we're gonna go ahead and listen to what he's talking about.
The wildest thing in the world,
Excuse me,
is niggas going and picking up a streetwalker and buying a prostitute. Dog, when Backpage was up, Backpage was popping. And if niggas is willing to risk it all on a streetwalker or Backpage or any of that other type of shit, you telling me, and they know these hoes is just literally you are a marker. You are at the 25-mile marker, you at the 50-mile marker. It's a strong possibility that she fucked 12 other dudes that same day before you, and niggas still go into it. You telling me that dudes are still not making the same decision?
Yes, I told you this long time ago, Lapeef.
Now, what they're talking about right now, what Anton is talking about, and shout out to Mr. Logic, because Mr. Logic went in on fantastic ass. What they're talking about is Passport Brothers. And so I guess Fantastic wanted to make support because the Passport Brothers are somewhat connected to the Manosphere a little bit, particularly SYSBM, but they're not necessarily in the Manosphere. They're kind of separate, but they're not. So Mr. Fantastic wants to make excuses and these dumbass talking points in support of the Passport Brothers.
I agree with you.
They don't care. I'm telling you, the more bodies the bitch got, so the majority of niggas, they do that shit as a family. You don't even see her doing no individual. I'm telling you. Look.
So before they kick me off again,
do y'all got like a goofy badge?
And yes, Mr. Fantastic gets kicked off of the Fight Club.
The goofy badge of honor or the night go to.
So I'm gonna be the one nigga that stand 10 toes down as always.
You don't have to, not on this one. You don't have to.
Oh, I definitely do it. I will. For one, I'm not a LeBron James worshiper, for one. And two,
that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about.
All hoes is hoes. Hold on. All hoes is hoes. And I'm glad Trigger Mike brought up the point of Aisha Curry. Aisha Curry was the perfect wife for over fucking 10 years. The perfect wife. Then all of a sudden, what she do? Switch the fuck up.
First of all, see, this is the extremist language. Aisha Curry was not a perfect wife. There is no such thing as a perfect wife. There is no such thing as a perfect husband. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. There is no such thing as a perfect family. It's like one of the most frustrating things about interacting with guys of this sort is everything has to be to one extreme to the other, and there's no middle. And it's fucking frustrating to deal with that.
So again, to you niggas that may not know, and all you motherfuckers tapping in the chat, the bitch is good until she ain't no more.
No, you literally, you literally is labeling
every bitch is good till she ain't no more.
You labeling Savannah James a bitch, bro.
Bitch, hoe, whatever. It's all well, not a bitch. I take the bitch back. Again, she's a potential hoe. She had 2 kids out of wedlock. One woman said the same thing in the chat. 2 children out of wedlock.
Okay, all right. Wait. Let me ask you this. Let me just ask you this. So if your grandmother got married after she had a kid, you would call your grandmother that?
2 of them? Ho.
No. So the criteria is 1? Exactly.
2 of them?
See, listen to this shit. You want to talk negative about the women who had children out of wedlock, but you don't want to talk about the men that didn't marry this woman. You don't want to talk about the men who made these baby mothers. See, this is the hypocrisy of the manosphere. And see, what he's going through right now when they come down on his ass for all these questions is what I had to go through for like two or more years. Getting on a panel, making sense. And the only difference is that I made sense because I know the reality versus these Negroes not knowing the reality. And they basically using YouTube as an example for real life. So these guys are coming down on him real hard for his misled talking points, and he's backpedaling. And for me, when I would go in these spaces, I whether you agree with me a lot or not, whether you call me names, you try to roast me, I stand through the truth. I don't give a damn what you think and what you say, trying to clone me or whatever. I stand with the truth.
No, bro, you gotta stop, bro. This is ridiculous. See, this is what I'm saying.
And
the
then
delusion of men, they act.
Aaron, I don't know how old you are, Aaron.
Y'all act like y'all stand on something, but if I bring it to somebody in your family and say, would somebody in your family call that? You wouldn't call them that. Stop.
Aaron, hold.
Dog. That woman.
2 kids out of wedlock.
That woman could be placed on a poster.
Also, Brittany Renner not no hoe?
What are you talking about?
Hold on.
What does Brittany see? This is what I'm talking about. You start moving the goalposts. You're trying to label every woman as a hoe because of some standards. Now, let's talk about, let's look at it from your standpoint. You telling me that they're not women in your family, close family that didn't get married and had children? This resonates in all communities, not just the black community, but every community. But you want to start calling women hoes, but you don't want to talk about these absentee ass fathers in the community.
Wait.
We talking about Savannah James, bro. You literally just said that Savannah James is a bitch and a hoe, bro.
A hoe, yeah. They all hoes. Y'all said they all hoes. Now y'all switching up. I'm standing 10 toes.
What's your criteria for this?
What? Aaron, your shit fucking up, man. You need. Hold on. Wait a minute, your shit fucking up, Aaron. You look like
slow. You glitchy.
Yeah, you look like a goddamn a tube TV nigga.
Yeah, like you on a flip phone, a motherfucking Sprint, motherfucking chirp. But nah. So again, I'm gonna see how y'all niggas letting these niggas do these mental gymnastics and this verbal gymnastics, switch it up. Logic came on here. Anton tried to put all these ass eating hoes on me, right? It's whoop on fantastic night, but again, y'all picked the wrong nigga to whoop on. Okay,
it's whoop on fantastic night because you're the most dumb ass Negro on the panel. That's why. Yes, KW Dunn 7. Game Changer offered to buy stoves and refrigerators for women. And he praised the avatar, the same avatar, Jessica X, that Mr. Fantastic damn near lost his marriage over. This shit is ridiculous. These are grown. This is a grown ass 40-year-old man.
As always. All right. And Logic come up here and say, "Oh, Fantastic, you trying to say these hoes. So I stick with y'all premise and call this one bitch a hoe. And now,
you literally just said that she's not a bitch. No. Think about this, Mr. Fantastic. You're not even consistent. You said that she not a bitch, but now she a bitch again.
Huh? One bitch a hoe, whatever. I mean, bitch, hoe, whatever. It's anonymous with woman. You know what I'm talking about. Come on now.
But see,
Logic, I'm doing what Logic do.
Hold on, hey, you said me and Anton created the premise, right?
Yes.
What is your premise for calling her a hoe? I'm curious.
Okay, I'm gonna explain to you again. She's a woman that had 2 children, count them 2 out of wedlock. We don't know what she did. Again, I'm pretty sure y'all know this shit or y'all heard about it as men.
We don't know what the men did. You want to talk about what she did? What about with the guys who impregnated her? See, this is the problem. There's no black male accountability. Everything has to be the black female fault, no matter what, when it comes to relationship. And then when all else fail, they stand on, well, you should have chose better. You should have vetted better. There's a risk. There's a risk in any relationship that you get in. No matter how well you vet someone, there's always potential for something not to work, which will be talked about later on. But let me continue.
And now, the choice of words was a little bit too extreme because, again, until something comes out, absolute 100% agreement. But we'll pay attention to the actions. Anybody else, if they would have followed that same path of action, we genuinely would have told them, yo, that's probably not the smartest or the wisest idea to be having children out of wedlock.
Actually, wrong.
That end. But the choice of words, because you don't have evidence otherwise to prove that, that she was doing something outside of their relationship?
Jesus Christ. You didn't even let me finish doing my line of questioning before you jump off.
That mean by your logic, she a hoe. If she got kids from your ass, based on your logic to the next nigga, she a hoe.
Ain't no next nigga yet.
What's up, Miss Queen?
Nigga, you crazy.
What's up, we?
I got every answer for everything, nigga. I got every answer for everything.
Just because you have an answer for everything don't make you sound intelligent. That means you're just thinking of dumbass, desperate answers in response to something. Sometimes you can yield. Maybe you could just not say anything. Maybe the best choice for you.
I got every answer for everything, nigga.
You know what? Honestly, if this is the sentiment amongst guys, to where we would call Savannah James a bitch and a hoe, I gotta divest myself from you niggas, man.
No, he just ignorant. The man just ignorant.
No, I do, because now everything that like when y'all niggas agree with something that I say on another subject, I be questioning them. I gotta question myself, like, damn, am I fucked up because this motherfucker agree with me because he crazy? Because these niggas they don't have no kind of, they will be wrong all the way off the fucking bridge just for the sake of trying to make the argument. Like,
X.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you guys, it's funny that Antoine has stated this, because that has been pretty much the nutshell of what the Manosphere is like. They can be wrong from start to finish. They know they're wrong, and they know that I'm right, which I had to go through on many occasions, and they will still argue those fucked up ass talking points to the end. And it doesn't matter how crazy they sound, doesn't matter how wrong, don't matter how illogical it is, they will argue your fucking ass down to the grave. And so they think because you argue more, argue louder, and be more entertained, that means I'm right. And you're just speaking to people who are just as stupid as you are.
At some point, it's not even about trying to prove yourself to be right. It's just about having some common sense. So what is the point of saying that women should be this, or women should be that, or women should be this, or women should be that, when every woman is a hoe or a bitch anyway? What point do you make when you have these conversations in a general sense?
Weak men like this propagate weak women, which allow weak women to exist. So, you know what I'm saying? Mrs. James is not a weak woman in my eyes, but Fantastic, it might be a weak man, bro, because you're not proving your point.
Bro, a nigga that's looking like a half Indian, half motherfucking whatever else in the hair, brother, I'm not worried about nothing you got to say. See, yeah, niggas gonna kick.
You see, he thought he was being funny. He got kicked off for trying to roast somebody, trying to say he looked half Indian and half that because he calling you weak. See, in the Manosphere, if you do that, oh, niggas laughing, they one-upping you, high-fiving, yeah, you got them. But you see how that shit doesn't resonate. It doesn't necessarily translate in other areas where you got men of different and various perspectives.
Get your ass out of here with the weak, dry ass jokes, nigga.
I mean, dog, seriously, like at some point
they said he had weak, dry ass jokes. And that's the thing, man. Don't you know, guys, if he would have said that joke at the Prophet of Thought series or somebody else's channel, Ramil channel, man, them niggas would have been laughing, acting like this nigga funnier than Eddie Murphy.
He got to be like, well, no, not that one. Like, that one. Like, come on, bro. That's crazy. Savannah James.
Listen, Mike, can you hear me?
They brought him back
baby
again.
model before she was a wife. So we not finna motherfucking swivel up the premium for one bitch because you happen to be married to a famous nigga. And hold on, and not the bitch, like you said, LeBron James fucked on plenty hoes. He even got caught up. This is confirmed.
Wait, who LeBron mess with? Who? Name
again, bro. I can't. You look it up, bro. The Cleveland. I'm not lying. Well, hold on. Let me tell you this.
You can't prove none of this shit, bro.
Hold on. There's a Cleveland motherfucking news anchor that he fucked with. It's been confirmed. Fucked with.
It's not been wait. No. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Think about what Mr. Fantastic. Hold on, wait. Think about what Mr. Fantastic is saying. This is the same dude that when a dude get accused of doing something to a chick, such as raping or something like that, he say, don't believe him.
That's facts. Matter of fact, I'm glad Anton. Matter of fact, I have a new respect for Antoine because usually I don't believe. I believe. I'm not gonna say I disagree with everything Anton says, but this is one show where I believe damn near 90% of what he stated. This is the same guy that when we talked about a woman getting raped, he actually said it was part of the woman's fault. Matter of fact, he went out and said it was a 13-year-old minor's fault for the fact that a man went to jail for being sexually involved with her, because as a 13-year-old, you should have known fucking better. He actually said this dumbass shit. So why would I hold any credence to anything this man says? These niggas get on panels talking shit, acting like they got all the answers for the community and black men and black women, but you can't even hold a grown-ass black man for molesting and raping a 13-year-old girl, and you want to say that it was the 13-year-old fault. And matter of fact, me and him actually had arguments over this shit. I also know, I'm not gonna say shut out to him, but Taz Exclusives, 6 foot tall, 7 felonious ass, he also brought this up, but he actually said that dumbass shit. That's why in this space, that's why I don't fuck with this space as much as I used to. It's full of people like this.
But then this nigga is saying that it's been confirmed by a news anchor that LeBron, who was accused, according to him, that he messed with this chick and has never been admitted to by anybody or confirmed by anybody other than assumption. And this nigga is taking this as gospel.
Bro, so all of the fucking celebrity fucking shit is wrong in the lies now.
Look how inconsistent this nigga
all
is.
the celebrity shit is wrong and lies now. So let me finish my original premise before I get sidetracked. So again, like I was saying, LeBron James has definitely been confirmed by women of the USA Olympic team, white girls, more than one, of hopping in their DMs and trying to holler. They showed the information and the proof.
So that says that he's been
there. He's been caught out there. Now, did he have sex with them? Hold on, let me finish. Did he have sex with them? No one says that. But did he shoot his shot? Yes, he did. So again, this is all during the time to where he had not married the woman he had 2 kids by.
Show me the info, fantastic. And what does LeBron have to do with her? She
Facts, nothing.
Because man.
And that's another thing. LeBron was irrelevant to this topic. We're talking about this sister, and then you want to bring up some other shit.
I'm gonna tell you what it got to do with it, Aaron.
It got everything to do with her.
I'm gonna tell you what it got to do with it. I'm gonna tell you what it got to do with it.
If Savannah James was a regular baby mama, we'd be having this conversation.
This is why I say I'm not in the manosphere, bro. I never was. I don't even know how niggas even group me in that. Because
wait a minute, goddamn, Antoine. This nigga totally dismissed these niggas and said, I don't know why these niggas put me in the manosphere. I never was in this shit. I can't fuck with these niggas. These niggas are crazy. This nigga, Anton, is basically shitting on the manosphere. And let's be honest, them niggas I'm going to tell you why they thought Anton was manosphere, even though he never claimed manosphere. The reason why they tried to adopt Anton Daniels is because Anton went in on a lot of black women that had certain type of perspectives towards marriage and things in regards to relationships. And he would come strictly from a male perspective. And some of it was somewhat misogynistic. And then he would go in on a lot of women. And the manosphere liked that shit. Another reason why they adopted Anton, even though he don't want to fuck with them, is the fact that he was a close confidant or friend of Kevin Samuel. Matter of fact, he was the only Negro. All these niggas talking about they friends with Kevin. He was the only Negro that paid his respects and went to Kevin Samuel's funeral in Oklahoma. He was the only one that went. All these niggas claiming that they got all this money, they 6-figure niggas in tech. None of them could fly they broke ass to Oklahoma City or somewhere in Oklahoma, wherever Kevin Samuels is from, to go pay their respects. Anton Daniels was the only one that went to that funeral. Not even the lawyer from Houston, Dennis Sperling, who actually capitalized the most off of Kevin Samuels' death, didn't even bring his fake ass, ambiguous, biracial ass to the goddamn funeral. And that's just a motherfucking fact. That's a fact. I just want to point that out. But yes, I never felt like Anton was part of the Manosphere. I never thought he was. I never seen him publicly say anything about being in the Manosphere. He never went on anybody's panel. All he did was the Lapeef show. All he participated in was his own channel and the Lapeef show. He may have done some other interviews other places, but he was not fucking with the major players in the Manosphere at all. I'd never seen that shit. I never seen that shit at all. But I'm glad he made a point to separate himself.
Because this is why the Manosphere itself be in shambles. Because the nigga is trying to throw LeBron under the bus now.
I'm not trying. LeBron threw himself under the bus, and them white girls that exposed him.
See,
the white girls exposed him.
Now he's throwing LeBron under the bus because
again,
his chick has been.
The white girls exposed him.
My nigga, can I finish the sentence? Can I finish the sentence, my nigga?
You like the seed plant, my nigga. I know this your shit, Anton, but I know your game, fam.
I just want to finish the sentence.
They don't really know. I gotta call it out. Go ahead, fam.
I would like to finish a sentence. That's all I want to do. The nigga is throwing LeBron under the bus by stuff that can't be substantiated. First, he said that LeBron was confirmed to have been in another relationship. Then he switched it up and said LeBron has been confirmed to have shot his shot, but he don't know if he actually fucked on nobody else. The inconsistency has been there all fucking night, bro. And then he had the nerve to call another man's wife, who has largely been scandal-free, has not represented herself in any negative way whatsoever, especially as it relates to how it is that we would want our women to rock out in the Black community. And he gives her no credit. As a matter of fact, not only do we not give her credit, but he called her a bitch and a hoe. This y'all king?
King? That nigga ain't nowhere near the king. Nigga, Angry Man would get mad at that shit. Now, and I'm gonna say this because Angry Man brought his little decrepit ass up in there later on. And Angry Man was one of the Negroes that created niggas like this. And now all of a sudden he want to have a change of heart. The king, Will Locke said the king. Woo, they got a lot of people that have problems with calling him the king. But this nigga, but you know what? It ain't beneath him to say some shit like that.
Is this your king? I'm just curious. Is this your king? A nigga that will throw based off of assumptions another dude under a bus and then call his wife a bitch or a hoe.
It's easily Googleable. Again, y'all niggas don't even follow basketball like that. Y'all.
These niggas use Google as the end all be all. Like Google is the most reputable fucking media source. Do you know that some of that shit that Google put out is not true? Do you understand that Google basically is not a fact checker? There's a lot of inaccurate shit on Google. I see people pulling up shit on Google all the time that's not correct. And they think, and this is the danger of social media. This is the danger of the internet. They got all of these fucking Google philosophers and Google experts and intellectuals never been to a library to pick up a fucking book. I have a shelf I got a fucking bookshelf right now full of fucking books of my field that I read and other different things that related to the Black community. I don't do research. I rarely, if I'm looking up stuff, I'm looking up stuff that comes from organizations and universities, intellectual organizations and places of that sort. Some of the stuff I look up, I actually verify with looking up books in the library if I choose to do so when I have time. Or what I would do like I did when I had to argue with these niggas over the CDC statistics, I will call the CDC myself, and based because of who I am and my credentials, I can get access to people to verify stuff, as I had to debate them about they was lying, saying that they basically 60% of African American women have syphilis or gonorrhea or some shit like that, and they were using CDC statistics incorrectly. I called them up, and then I also did research calling up the CDC on their statistics for abortion. I bypassed all this Google internet shit. I know how to do real research when I have time and I feel like it. I don't have the fucking time because I got money to make in businesses. This shit, I don't make no money from doing this shit. But when I have time and I feel like I need to verify some things, I'm not going to go by strictly some shit that's listed on Google. I'm going to do my own research like I was trained as a student before I became a professional in my field.
Y'all not fucking hoopers, so y'all don't know shit about basketball. All you do is watch it. You don't even keep up with it.
What the fuck are you talking about,
nigga? Nigga, you the one you didn't even know.
We not hoopers. See, what the fuck is this, man? What is fantastic? He just switched the whole fucking topic to who played basketball. This nigga 6'5". This nigga, now he is tall. This nigga is 6'5". Nigga, you the one that's 6'5" and couldn't make it to the next level. Nobody give a damn about playing no goddamn fucking basketball. We talking about shit about relationship and this lady that forgot her name that they were referencing, and you want to call somebody a hoe. And this woman has not done anything. You just met the woman is married, happily married, with 2 children outside of her marriage. If her husband doesn't have a problem with that, why are you having a problem with it? If her husband is okay and accepted his wife for her imperfections, just like he brought imperfections, who the fuck are you to judge that? Nigga, you couldn't even keep your own goddamn marriage together. You lost your marriage over the internet, over YouTube, over fucking infatuation with a goddamn avatar from Great Britain. This the nigga that drove 7.5 to 8 hours to Miami, thinking to South Florida, I'm not gonna say Miami, to try to get some ass. And the chick shunned him and turned his ass around. Now, if that isn't the biggest example of some simp shit going wrong, I don't know what else to say. This nigga drove 8 hours to go see a chick. And I'm not gonna say her name because me and her real cool. And the chick turned his ass around. And then the nigga didn't even let the chick know he was coming. Who the fuck drive 8 hours without letting somebody know you coming to see them? And when you an hour away, you like, hey baby, hey, what's up, baby? You know, I'm an hour away, baby. Let's get this going. Let's do this. Let me go get the goddamn hotel. Let me go and do this shit. Let's shit. We gonna freak. We gonna do this. Remember them pussy pics you showed me? That's what this nigga did. This nigga drove from, I think he was in Virginia or it was somewhere on the East Coast. It was Virginia, North Carolina. This nigga drove 8 hours to South Florida. Off of the strength of a woman showing him some pussy pics. And that nigga wanted the pussy that bad that a nigga drove down to South Florida. And the chick told him, turn the fuck around. How the fuck you gonna come see me unannounced? Ain't that some incel shit? Ain't that some incel shit? Let me continue, man. I gotta go in on this dumbass nigga.
How long the nigga been married? They just been married.
No, you didn't. You said 5 years, nigga. I looked it up and it said 10.
His oldest fucking kid, bro, is way older than the fucking marriage.
You said 5, Mr. Fantastic. You said 5 years and you was dead wrong.
Either way, bro, his second kid.
Niggas to me, either way.
Both of his oldest kids are older than the marriage, nigga.
You say, you say we're not hoopers, so we don't know.
Y'all don't keep up with none of the basketball shit. Y'all ain't heard none of the kids.
Too fast down. You don't know me like that.
Wait a minute. Wait one goddamn minute. This chick named Jasmine J. Sky said, as a former hoe, I can confirm that Savannah is not a hoe. She's married, period.
Sit your goof ass down.
This
We
is
got
crazy.
your
Nigga.
goof ass on the basketball.
You
See,
ain't
now
no
you
hooper,
want
nigga.
to be personal.
It's
With your
complicated
no hooper,
everything.
nigga.
Because all you can do is suck Navy dick. And
You ain't no hooper, nigga.
I'm sucking on you because
You
I
ain't
know
no
Navy
hooper,
dick
nigga.
suck dick. Just like you
Nigga.
trying to put
They say all he can suck his Navy dick.
spiders on that
You
lady.
ain't no hooper, nigga.
Nigga, boy, you better ask. Fuck wrong with you.
Ain't gotta
Goof
ask.
ass.
You ain't no hooper. So like I was saying,
Oh my
everything
God.
I said in the premise you agreed to, what the Manosphere or red pill or whatever the fuck you want to tell you is this, bro. No woman is special. You don't put
No,
any
some of
woman
them are.
above any-
Some of them
hold on,
are.
No, they're
Some
not.
of them
No,
are.
they're
Yes,
not.
they are.
They're
Yes, they
all
are.
good
Yes,
till
they
they're
are.
not.
This nigga flat out said, no woman is special. Shit, I be damned. There's plenty of special women out there. Special for me, what may be different for another man, for each man. That's a subjective thing. He gonna say every woman is good till they not. Well, what the fuck? If every woman is good till they not, then I guess every man is good till they're not. It cannot be a situation where it's highly weighted in one area, but it's not highly weighted in the other area. It has to be equally, assessed. See, this is the fucking hypocrisy of these motherfuckers. The dumbass shit that this 40-year-old fucking man is saying. This man is 40 fucking. Matter of fact, when I started beat, he was like 38, 37, 38. This nigga is 40 years old, and this is the fucking wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that he claims to demonstrate to YouTube. This man should not be allowed to talk on shit. This is why I don't argue and debate with people no more, because I have to fucking argue with the likes of this motherfucker. Talking some of the most dumbass shit, and he crying and shit. This nigga talking about basketball. This nigga still stand in the same little decrepit ass fucking I think he lived on the barracks or some shit. The same little fucking military housing, cheap ass military housing that he had. This nigga don't even own shit. This nigga never owned a fucking thing, and you was married for over 10 years, and you never owned a motherfucking thing. You never owned shit. And you want to talk about other women, nigga? You didn't even build with your own wife. That's probably why she left your ass. So who are you to say how special a woman is? She's not special to you, but she's special to another man. You cannot dictate what is special to other men. Especially with you having a marital background and you got daughters. So now you're saying your daughters ain't special to no fucking body. See how dumb this shit is? But what would your daughter say, hearing her dad say, when she grow up, become a woman, you will never be special to any man. You're good until you're no longer good. You're just a usable being.
And
No,
again,
yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Hold on. So ask Kevin Garnett. Ask
I don't
ask
give a
Tim
fuck
Duncan.
about Kevin Garnett,
Hold on,
nigga.
why not?
I know me as my own human being, my own personal perspective of what it is that I've seen from my aunts, my mothers, my grandmothers, my own wife herself, my daughter. There's no way that you can sit here and tell me that every woman is a hoe. I'm not.
Let me say this, and that was very mature of Anton to say that, because these niggas group everybody. These niggas group everybody together. They speak in such extremist perspectives, mindsets. This nigga had a wife that he lost. I know for a fact he got a daughter. I think he got a son and a daughter, but I know he got a daughter for a fact. I know he probably got sisters, maybe, aunts, and everybody has that. Okay. But now you saying every woman ain't worth shit. She good till she no longer good. But what about the men? You will never talk about the value of the men. This is why this red pill shit is so stupid. When I first got into the red pills, I was never red pill, by the way. Just to let you all know, I was always, my role in the sector was to basically give pushback and debate and challenge the shit. I got along with just a few people that I was cool with, And I took it as entertainment and entertainment only. Then this was back in 16. Somewhere around 18, late 17, early 18, this new generation of motherfuckers start coming, and some of the old start really believing. I started realizing that these niggas really believe this shit. And these niggas really try to apply this shit to real life. I thought this shit was just some YouTube bullshit. But no, these niggas actually really believe and live by this shit as gospel.
I'm going for it.
Okay, well, you said it. You said it. So again, if you want to put exception on your family, that's you.
Do you got a daughter? You got a daughter?
That's being hypocritical. That's
being hypocritical.
Yeah, I do. That's
Is your daughter a hoe?
Possibly.
Chief.
Oh my motherfucking God. This nigga. Oh my God. I know I didn't fucking hear that. This nigga just said that I missed this shit. This nigga just said that his daughter is possibly a hoe? Oh my motherfucking God. Stop the motherfucking show. I barely had any respect for this nigga. Now I have zero motherfucking respect for this tall, linky, fucking decrepit ass, ignorant, fucking pit bull face looking motherfucker. This nigga sat here and called his own fucking daughter, who by the way is a teenager. This nigga just sat here and called, yes, and his daughter in Virtual Woman TV, his daughter is dark skinned. He actually said a story about his daughter, who is dark skinned, asking him why other boys don't like me and stuff like that, and why I get teased for being dark. His stupid ass response to her advice was just be nicer to people and they're gonna eventually be nicer to you. This nigga sat here and say his own daughter is potentially a hoe. I want to go back. I just want to hear this shit one more time. See, I have zero motherfucking respect for this stupid ass nigga.
Represented herself in any negative way whatsoever, especially as it relates to how it is that we would want our women to rock out in the black community. And he gives her no credit. As a matter of fact, not only do we not give her credit, but he called her a bitch and a hoe. This y'all king? Is this your king? I'm just curious. Is this your king? A nigga that will throw based off of assumptions another dude under a bus and then call his wife a bitch or a hoe.
It's easily Googleable. Again, y'all niggas don't even follow basketball like that. Y'all not fucking hoopers, so y'all don't know shit about basketball. All you do is watch it. You don't even keep up with it.
What the fuck are you talking about, nigga?
Nigga, you the one you didn't even know how long the nigga had been married. They just been married.
No, you didn't. You said 5 years, nigga. I looked it up and it said 10.
His oldest fucking kid, bro, is way older than the fucking marriage.
You said 5, Mr. Fantastic. You said 5 years and you was dead wrong.
Either way, bro, his second kid.
What you mean either way?
Both of his oldest kids are older than the marriage, nigga.
You say we're not hoopers, so we don't know.
Y'all don't keep up with none of the basketball shit. Y'all ain't heard none of this shit.
Goof ass down. You don't know me like that. Sit your goof ass down. I get your goof ass on the basketball. See, now you want to be personal. With your nigga. Because all you can do is suck Navy dick.
You ain't no hooper, nigga.
On you because
I know
no
hooper, nigga.
Just like you trying to put fighters
on that lady. You ain't no hooper, nigga.
Nigga, boy, you better ask. Fuck wrong with you?
I ain't gotta ask. You ain't no hooper. So like I was saying, everything I said in the premise you agreed to, what the Manosphere or Red Pill or whatever the fuck you want to tell is this, bro. No woman is special. You don't put.
No, some of them are. Some of them are.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They are.
They're all good till they're not. And again,
yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Hold on. So ask Kevin Garnett. Ask
I don't give a fuck about Kevin Garnett, nigga. I know me as my own human being my own.
And that's another thing. You always trying to use fucking basketball stars and entertainers and shit. We talking about the average, I'm talking working class to middle class black men. We ain't worrying about no goddamn Kevin, who's a fucking exception.
Personal perspective of what it is that I've seen from my aunts, my mothers, my grandmothers, my own wife herself, my daughter. There's no way that you can sit here and tell me that every woman is a hoe. I'm not going for it.
Okay, well, you said it. So again, if you want to put exception on your family, that's you.
Do you got a daughter? You got a daughter?
That's being hypocritical. That's
being hypocritical.
Yeah, I do.
Is your daughter a hoe?
Possibly.
Jesus.
This nigga said possibly. These niggas will say anything to win a fucking argument. These niggas will say any motherfucking thing to win an argument. And he wonder why his wife left his ass. That nigga trying to say he filed. No, that bitch. No, I'm sorry. No. Let me say this. Let me come back. The reason why your wife left you, partially what was said was that she found out that you was doing red pill content and that you was saying the shit that you was saying about women. I know that for a fact. When they doxed your ass, when Cookie doxed your fucking ass back in during the Memorial, that was the Memorial Day massacre. That's when me and you actually fell off with each other. Because you want to come out acting like you annihilating motherfuckers and shit. You got doxed back in 2020 during COVID. You came after a bunch of people, said some shit about me because I was calling niggas from SYSBM faggles and shit because they was making fun of black women, calling them daggles, and making fun of black men that don't agree with them and calling them maggles. So I made up a term called faggle, and niggas want to say, I'm calling black men fags and shit. No. I was making fun of the stupid ass fucking rhetoric that y'all was saying. This nigga just sat up there and said possible. This is some dumb ass shit, man. This is some dumb ass shit, man. And I missed that part,
bro. No woman is special. You don't put.
No, some of them are. Some of them are.
No, they're not.
Some of them
No,
are.
they're
Yes,
not.
they are.
They're
Yes, they
all
are.
good
Yes,
till
they
they're
are.
not. And again,
No, yes, they are.
this is why,
Yes, they are.
hold on. So ask Kevin Garnett. Ask
I don't
ask
give a
Tim
fuck
Duncan.
about Kevin Garnett,
Hold on,
nigga.
why not?
I know me as my own human being, my own personal perspective of what it is that I've seen from my aunts, my mothers, my grandmothers, my own wife herself, my daughter. There's no way that you can sit here and tell me that every woman is a hoe. I'm not going for it.
Okay, well, you said it. So again, if you want to put exception on your family, that's you.
Do you got a daughter?
You
got a daughter?
That's being hypocritical. That's
You
being
got a
hypocritical.
daughter?
Yeah, I do. That's
Is your daughter a hoe?
Possibly.
Jesus.
I don't know the future.
Goofy. Y'all
the future, man. I can't write the future. Hey, listen, bro. Listen. Again, dog.
No. Not possible. Wait. Hey,
goofy ass motherfucker, silly, stupid ass looking fucking black ass Popeye looking motherfucker. You know, I used to make fun of him and make all kind of little thumbnails and shit. I even made a song of him because he's a big time colorist. I made a song called "I'm in Love with a Light Skinned Girl" to make fun of this dumbass nigga because of the shit that he says. And this is why I made fun of him, man. The guy's a straight up colorist. He's a big time colorist. He does not find women of his skin tone as attractive. Yes, virtual woman. He does need counseling. He needs counseling very bad. Not just for himself, but his family, his kids. Because God knows how he's speaking to his daughter and how he probably spoke to his wife with this type of mindset. This shit is fucking appalling. And to me, for a grown-ass black man of the military to be talking like this with no shame, it's ridiculous.
Miss Fantastic. Now let's go down this path. It's not a possibly. You said all of them are hoes. Is your daughter a hoe?
Nigga, you said it too.
No. Is your daughter a hoe?
Is your daughter a hoe?
Stop. I said no. I said all women ain't hoes. I said it's a difference between wives and it's a difference between hoes. Is your daughter a hoe?
Possibly. I don't.
No, ain't no possibly. Based off of
this nigga sat here. What grown ass man? What grown ass Navy man will sit here and say his daughter is possibly? Let's just say, for all intents and purposes, let's just say your daughter really was involved in that line of work. What man will openly just admittedly say this about their daughter? What man would just openly admit that and make that known to the fucking world? See, these are some of the most goofiest. And that's why I told these niggas, y'all niggas get on YouTube with these inflated egos because you got so many people in the chat and you got all these motherfucking subscribers and you think you doing something. I'm like, nigga, I don't need YouTube, nigga. Nigga, I'm real life doing it. See, this is what, you know, men of no real esteem finally find some shit. What's up, Auntie? What's up, brother? I'm going in on Mr. Fantastic fucking bug breaking ass about this dumb shit, saying that he don't know if his own daughter is a hoe or not. This is some of the most dumb ass shit. Now, what your daughter, man? How would she feel to hear her fucking dad say she don't know whether or not you're a wholesome young woman or you a hoe? All for the sake of a fucking internet group that is weird as fuck and has been labeled as a fucking hate group.
Your premise, you said all.
Well, technically, no. My daughter isn't a woman. My daughter isn't a woman, so technically, no. She's not a woman.
So now you want to use semantics about it went from possibly, but she ain't a woman. See, this is some dumb ass shit. The answer should be no, my fucking daughter is not a goddamn hoe, and I'm offended that anybody to even suggest that bullshit. But no, you doing this shit just to patronize fucked up ass Manosphere supporters.
This nigga goofy.
Yeah, I know. It's not goofy. It's technical, bro. Y'all listen, bro. Anton likes to run this little bullshit where he plays his word semantics, and this is his platform. So you niggas suck his dick and agree with everything he say, no matter how stupid it is. I understand.
Now you doing the shame and guilt and insult.
Like you see plant,
shame, guilt, and insult.
I gotta get a chance to see plant.
Now it's shame, guilt, and insult,
brother. Can I get a chance to see?
No, nigga, because now you getting emotional and you're not sticking with the argument.
Now Anton is with the famous emotional. Here's Anton's famous.
Now it's everybody is agreeing with me, nigga. You just
they are. This is how many times y'all ever heard Anton start losing the argument and he automatically say, "Oh, you're emotional."
Okay, so Mr. Fantastic, the other day, no.
He is not losing this argument, so I don't know what the fuck he talking about. You and this is the thing. These guys are so aloof to reality. They don't even understand when they're losing an argument. They don't even understand when they are looking fucking just look stupid. They look ignorant on YouTube, on social, and they don't even recognize it.
No. Please bring him back up. The other day,
I got in the hole still. I had 60.
Okay, the other day, my nigga. Wait, the other day, my nigga, you was on my team. The other day, my nigga, you was on my team. You was on my side.
What's up, Tanya Sweet?
Right? And everybody said the same thing to you.
What's that?
Right? They said that you was right. They said that you was on my team because everybody be on my team. Was it true?
No, hell no.
How are you gonna do the same thing to other people when it wasn't true about you?
Hold on. What the difference is, Anton, I got fucking documented shit saying all the shit you said that I have been said before you said it.
No. I'm talking about the shame and against y'all niggas was gonna run around with it. How come niggas just can't have their own point, but we all agree, we agreeing and we aligning?
No, nigga, because that's what you do.
What?
That's what you do, nigga.
Talking about, bro.
That's what you do. Anton, me.
What do I do? What do I do?
Anton, you know this, bro. Me.
What do I do?
Before.
What What did I do?
Anton, you seed plant, and you as soon as you get into the point of where you pent into a logical corner, brother, you start with you're emotional. I went off of both of you guys' premises.
No, I'm not emotional. I'm passionate about the fact that I can't sit here and let another dude the same way that I went at Tyranny, and I said that who the fuck are you to host to say this about this, that, and that when she was talking about men, is the same way that I'm saying it to you. And how the fuck you gonna say that about Savannah James, man? It's
she's a woman. Again, hold on. And for whatever reason, y'all keep denying my proven premise. I'm gonna say this again. Follow me. Hold on. Follow me. Every woman, every fucking woman, nigga. Well, you ain't finna jump in while I'm talking to him.
See, when you start using, extremist, polarizing language like every, no such thing as every, all. Very few things apply to human beings as 100%. There's no such thing as everybody doing this. I mean, that very few things apply to everybody. This shit is crazy, man. It's just some stupid ass shit.
You're gonna have to motherfucking do this shit one way or the other. Now, Logic, listen, dog. Logic, listen, bro. We can do this shit. We can do this the nigga way, or we can do this the other way. I mean, you're not keeping it funky because you're trying to fucking overtalk me. I'm just trying to have my say, bro. It's more than one nigga out here. You telling me to hold on? I'm not even finished.
Okay, no, you just going. Listen, what I'm saying.
I'm not just going. I'm trying to make a point.
No, I'm not making a point. I'm just showing you this. This is why you cannot debate somebody with allegations and assumptions. This gonna go on forever and ever because even though you have no proven allegation that this lady did nothing, just because in your little sick head in this Manosphere talking points, y'all assume all women are hoes.
So this is
no debating you on this
Logic.
Topic.
Have you never said hold on? So hold on. I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna ask you this question. Logic, please give me a straight yes or no answer. Logic, have you never said that all women are hoes?
No, I never said all women is hoes.
You a fucking lie, nigga. I heard you say it on here.
No, you're a lie. What I say, if you look at on here and Lapeef, what we do is we talk about topics.
Doesn't.
We don't know if she does either.
Oh, no, she don't.
Say it again.
I'm never gonna let that fly. I'm not gonna let nobody. I'm not gonna let nobody oppose Savannah. Is a woman.
Reading the definition right now.
A hoe is a woman that sleeps with multiple different men. That is. Come on, you changing the definition.
What's up, Amiri?
That's a slut or a freak or a jump off.
What's up, Amir? Your boy Fantastic don't know if his daughter is a hoe, man.
Dub Will. Can we agree with that at the very least?
That a hoe is the definition you just gave?
Yes.
What's up, Bayou Bunny?
Technically, you're wrong.
Yeah, a whore is paid for sex.
Okay, no, a whore and a hoe is two different things. First of all,
okay,
what's your definition of a hoe?
That's why definition of Savannah James.
Wait. Let's get a foundation.
It was two. I gave him two. I asked him both of them. He said Savannah James. He have no proof that Savannah James is none of the definition of hoe. She's not a prostitute. And then based off of what he said, she's not a woman who had many casual sex
proof.
relationships.
You don't have proof either.
Pro, hoe, whore, slut. I mean, it's a semantical point. They don't need to get hung.
And see, and it's another thing I want to point out. They got these old creepy ass incel ass niggas like Black TV and others that were cash apping and shit, cash apping the brother at the top left and others saying Fantastic winning. The only people that thinking Fantastic winning his arguments are goofy ass niggas from the Manosphere. This shit. The only ones that were they was cash apping just the. That's when you know you desperate, when you got niggas cash apping to try to help this nigga out, man. And he looks stupid as fuck.
Hung up on.
What is it then?
What I was told a hoe is a prostitute that's under the direction of a pimp. That's what I told a hoe was.
Okay, so even by your definition, she not a hoe.
I never called her a hoe.
No, I didn't say that you. I didn't say that you did. It's not pretty much. It's
strong possibility. Strong possibility. You're saying that she's a hoe. If she's not a virgin, meaning she's had other penises before you.
No, I don't think that all women. I don't think that a woman that is not a virgin by default is a hoe. I said it's a strong possibility that the women that you're dealing with at the age that you are, based off of the type of women that you say you rock with, is hoes.
And you still don't.
And the thing about it, the nigga probably really dealing with bottom of the barrel ass women, to be honest with you. If he was smart, he should have stayed his ass with his wife. Nigga, you break up your marriage for this bullshit. How asinine is that? To break up your fucking marriage. You've been with this woman for so many years. You got children and shit. You got a beautiful fucking life. These kids love the stability. But no, you want to go fucking around. You want some new pussy. You want to spend your money and simping and shit. You want to go fucking up this woman life, fucking up your children life because you want to go out fucking new pussy. That probably ain't no better than the pussy that you was already getting. But you just want some new ass. Just like you break up your family for that. You break up your fucking family for this shit, man. This is some dumb ass shit. Yes, fantastic, Amiri. Yes, fantastic, stupid ass.
I don't know if she was a virgin or not. This is the crazy part. You just threw that out there.
That's what I said. No one knows. Like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Leave her alone, bro. That bitch eating ass.
So you asked her. So wait. So what's the funny? Hold on, y'all. So what's the funny way you ask her?
So, hey, man, yeah, man. You know these hoes be out, these young hoes be out here eating ass, don't you? Don't they? He's like, yeah, oh, yeah, that ain't you, is it? You ain't out here eating out these young hoes. Nigga, if you don't shut the fuck up, talk to me, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you?
This is a 40-year-old man talking like this. Talking to women, talking about the young women eating ass. And this nigga look like he a nigga that eat ass because I can't see no woman opening legs for his ugly ass. Besides his wife, who probably met him and, you know, she met him when she was younger and shit. Yeah, no. This is a motherfucker, man, thinking like this. Dante Adams say game changers are that nigga. Oh, that nigga there. And I was gonna do another video. This nigga went on about some shit over me telling black men this shit is not normal to be fucking sex dolls. This nigga went on a whole fucking tirade on his channel over some shit I said over 2 years ago on O'Shea channel about this guy Yummy and his fucking sex doll, white sex doll, or Asian, whatever the fuck it was. This nigga went off about that shit. Lame motherfucker. Yeah, Game Changer already, and you know Game Changer had allegations against his ass about 2-3 years ago. Even though he was acquitted of that shit, that nigga still had some allegations against his ass. Nobody want to talk about that shit.
Who the fuck you playing with? Real disrespectful shit.
Fantastic. Okay. So far off, my nigga.
And you let her know, hey, you passed the test, Shawty. Shawty, you passed the test. You passed the test. But that's young hoe action, man. Listen, bro. If you 35 and over and you eating ass, put a one in the chat. How about that, bitch? How about that? Y'all bitches 30 and older.
Nigga, you the only one eating ass. He talking about 35 and up. What's up, AP from the Bronx? No, fantastic nigga. You the only nigga you look like you got some eating ass lips. You the motherfucker right there. Talking about people eating ass. Nigga, you look like you got to eat ass just to get in the game.
Activity, bro. That's young whole activity.
Mr. Fantastic, we're not feeling you.
Back up that super chat, Aaron.
We're not feeling you. Nope. We're not feeling you, Mr. Fantastic.
What's up, brother Speed?
Hey, man. Hey, fantastic. You still my nigga though, right? But this is the look. I fucks with you on like probably about 65% of the shit you say. Besides that passport shit. This is the dumbest shit. This is the dumbest fucking word you make. I'm telling you, nigga. I still love you though, my nigga. I just ain't gonna...
Yes, YouTube is a hell of a drug for niggas who ain't really even making that much money off of it.
No, hey, you gotta agree. Again, man. Hey, listen, bro. I'm gonna say it again, bro. Y'all follow the logic and the Anton way, man. Good luck to you. Every woman is perfect. The black woman is God.
And first of all, Anton is far from that. That nigga ain't never say no shit like that. Nobody, see, this is the thing. They only think of things in absolutes and extremities. Nobody's saying the black woman is God. If a man wants to feel that the black woman is God, or whatever pedestal he want to put, he has the right to fucking do it. See, one of the biggest issues that I have with red pill theology is the fact that they always worried about what the next man is thinking. You always trying to tell another man what he's supposed to think about as it involves black women. How the fuck you gonna tell me, who had way more success with black women than you, what I'm supposed to think and fucking feel? Because you decided to follow some red pill bullshit. How the fuck you got the right to tell me any motherfucking thing with no motherfucking track record? And you was one of the few that had somewhat of a track record, and you ruined the shit for YouTube for some fucking cash apps and fucking avatars and shit.
Woman to never cheat, all that fucking bullshit, brother. Good until you end up in motherfucking divorce court, nigga, trying to motherfucking keep them kids.
Have you ever been misled?
Hold on, hold on.
You've been misled.
No. Have you ever been in divorce court? Fantastic.
I didn't have to go to divorce court. Mine was mutual agreed upon. You didn't have to go to court.
I bet the divorce court. She know you. Right. Hold on,
Wait one motherfucking minute. Wait one motherfucking minute. Did this nigga just say this nigga went and printed out a fucking state divorce document or some bullshit? This nigga couldn't even afford to get a real lawyer to finalize his divorce. This nigga couldn't even afford to get a divorce. This nigga talking about is mutually signed. No, you couldn't have. This nigga didn't have the money to get a lawyer, and he obviously didn't have the money because he's gonna have to pay for his wife lawyer too. This nigga did not have enough money to pay for his own motherfucking divorce done by a professional. This nigga went and printed out some shit on fucking what's that shit? The fucking law documents and shit. You can get that shit from. This nigga went and printed up some shit off of a state website as far as doing your own documents, illegal or some shit. What this tells me when you do some shit like this is that you don't have any real fucking assets. This tells me you don't have no fucking assets. And your wife realized you didn't have no real motherfucking assets. So she just basically just civilly parted ways without causing fight. Because if you had some real fucking assets, she was getting a motherfucking lawyer. She was going to get this nigga. This shows me you had no motherfucking way. If I got real assets, I'm not getting a fucking lawyer. And your wife figured you didn't have any motherfucking real assets. You didn't have cash. All you had was the fucking pension. That's all you fucking had. Maybe some vehicles. I saw that little beat up ass vehicle that I wasn't impressed with that shit. Little 2-door vehicle you fucking had. This nigga want to go run the streets instead of staying his black ass at home and taking care of his wife and children. You see, listen, there's a time and place for everything. Yes, men love to go and step out and do shit. A lot of men are undisciplined with shit. But I'm not about to lose my fucking marriage over any piece of pussy. I don't give a fuck how you look. I don't give a damn what your stature is in society. I'm not leaving a motherfucking thing for anybody. Nigga, it's time to fucking grow up and be a man and fucking mature. Once you make those vows and you agree to that shit, nigga, all that shit is over with. Grow the fuck up. Thinking this is all good till it's no good. But nigga, you constantly, Manosphere talking point, number one, black women file these non-default divorces all the time, 80% of the time. Well, nigga, you wasn't in that statistic because you filed first. So what the fuck? You filed first, you dumb bastard. You ended your family as your kids knew it from the time that they were born over some pussy. Nigga, are you serious?
Did you get divorced because she was a hoe?
Hell no.
Did I? No.
He ain't want to call his own wife ex-wife.
You make it
for kid purposes, but yeah.
You just said, you know what, fantastic.
He said mutually agree.
Yeah. So again, like I was
Wait,
saying,
why you get divorced?
Huh?
Now listen. I want everybody. I'm gonna say this. I want everybody to play close attention to Mr. Fantastic. Yes, AP from the Bronx. That's the nigga with the red hat that look goofy as fuck. I want you to play close attention to what's about to be said for the next 10, 15 minutes, because this nigga is about to say some of the most stupendous, some of the most stupid shit that you ever hear in your life. Some of the most asinine, crazy ass, outlandish shit that you will ever hear in your fucking life. What's up, Miss Furlow? How you doing, baby? By the way, Miss Furlow, I'm checking out your content the other day on CTV crying about Larry Reed, but I'm gonna do a little bit of review of that tonight. So we about to go. I just want you to caution you all on what you're about to hear for the next 10, 15 minutes. Please, fair use.
Me?
Nigga, you heard me. Why you get divorced?
I got divorced because nigga, people grow apart.
Oh,
But she wasn't a hoe though. That's a dumbass.
Nigga, you a modern woman?
People grow apart, man.
Wait.
People grow
Who
apart.
filed?
That's a bitch reason.
I asked her, hey, wait, hold on. I asked her, look, you know what I think the problem is?
Who filed?
You want LeBron and
No,
Savannah
but I
to
requested.
be like, your relationship.
Wait, hold on, Logic. You requested for the divorce?
Yeah.
My nigga.
I did it too. I requested for divorce
That nigga filed first.
too. It's a lot of
It's
paperwork in
lovely.
it.
It's lovely
It's a
out
lot
here
of
too.
paperwork.
This nigga filed first just to play the fucking field.
My
Nigga, it's lovely out
nigga.
here.
You doing the same thing we hold
Nigga,
modern women accountable for.
I'm a man. How the fuck I'm gonna do anything like a modern woman, bro? I'm a man.
You
I'm a
did
man,
the
bro.
same thing we hold modern women for.
Look, just because you're a man
Again,
don't
the
mean
problem,
that you
problem
don't.
is this. The problem, see, again, hold on. So now I gotta educate y'all on something else. So and actually, Antonio, when you did the shit with, that's why I was like, when we had this disagreement with the whole, what's the brother name?
Nigga, you know, don't me now, nigga. You been talking all
what's his name?
aggressive the whole night. Nigga, hit me with it. Come on.
What's the nigga's name? I can't think of his name. Derrick Jackson, right? And I was trying to tell you,
This nigga filed for divorce so that he can go fuck with other women. Yes, he was called a modern woman. I want you to understand, this man left his wife to go fuck with the hoes that he complained about. He left his wife to complain, to go fucking with women that are not even marriage worthy because he just want new pussy. Like, nigga, you sacrifice your children having a far better life with two parents in the home. You built, you built yourself, quote unquote, you getting ready to retire out the military. This nigga afraid that little bitty ass fucking pension that he got was gonna be taken from her. You sacrifice your shit, you stupid ass nigga. And you want to try to talk about D. Durrell and the motherfucking conscious clientele? Nigga tried to make content about me and Faith and other people. Want to talk shit about me? Nigga, my shit is intact. You own nothing. You create nothing. You built shit. You on the internet with a little channel in the Manosphere that's lukewarm, ain't even hot. And you think you can talk to D. Durrell? This nigga talk mad shit about me for years. And this is the goofy ass lame shit that you do, nigga. You go drive 8 hours for pussy that you didn't even get, that wasn't yours. I would never drive 8 hours to go see any motherfucking body. I wouldn't even fly 8 hours. Fuck that. Are you serious?
y'all, just like niggas keep talking about, the marriage rate and all the different shit and marriage. Nobody's getting married no more, men or women. That's the thing of the past. All these marriage numbers we see aren't even really true numbers. You've been held by the last little bit of the solid generation and Gen X that's left over. So once those two generations are gone, you're gonna really truly see the true marriage numbers. What I'm trying to get you to understand and see is this, right? Men know that this fucking marriage shit is a fucked up deal. It's nothing but bad all the way.
This is Manosphere talking points. First of all, people are continuing to get married. People are continuing to even get divorced and get remarried. Human beings, from a global standpoint, are still getting married. High divorce rates are highly related to modern countries, Western countries at that. So people have not given up on marriage. The black community has a problem because we have a community and institutional related problem with the type of people that we're producing that are capable of holding down a goddamn marriage. We have a cultural issue of respecting and valuing marriage. And that dictates how many people get married or not, because some people don't see the value in it because they're not at the point where they could be seen as valuable to the opposite sex, particularly the men and some women.
Around, it's nothing but a lose-lose situation.
What's fucked up about it?
Hold on.
What's fucked up about it? Hold on, y'all. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Nigga, you drunk? So this is what I'm saying. So what a lot of men are starting to fucking recognize this fucking bullshit ass, cheaper to keeper, honeydew ass motherfucking bullshit and staying in it no matter what. It's bullshit for a fucking man because
nigga, it is cheaper to keep her. But also, nigga, you more happier to keep her than to go taking risks just to go get some pussy for some random ass women that you ain't gonna be with for 3 to 6 months. Nigga, no mature ass grown ass man want to live that lifestyle for the rest of his life. Nigga, you gonna die alone, like Kevin Samuel said, without no friends and family there to help and assist your bitch ass. Your kids should be angry at you right now.
You know what? This bitch will still leave you in 20, 30 years.
Wait. You know what the beautiful thing about
nobody leaving nobody. What are you talking about? You acting like men don't leave. I want to say this because this speaks to the irony of this bullshit that he's saying. He wants to talk about how women eventually will leave a fucking marriage when he was the one who filed for divorce for his own fucking marriage. How are you there to even say anything about anybody leaving a marriage when you did the shit yourself? If anybody should be complaining, it should be your wife, not you. You filed first. She didn't file first, dumbass. I don't understand what's wrong with Mr. Simtastic. But these are the type of niggas you have to argue with. I spent, man, and even to today, I realized the time that I wasted and the energy that I wasted back in 19, especially 20 and 21. I actually tapered down a whole lot in 2022. But 20 and 21, I was arguing big time with these niggas. Going in debate teams and all that shit, killing them. Went into hostile territory. Niggas was coming at me about my degrees and shit that they don't have, businesses that they could ever own, and money that I make that they could never see. And they called me lame and shit. These niggas ain't even fit. Like I told you, y'all niggas ain't even fit to even shine my fucking shoes. Niggas, some of you all need motherfucking jobs. I can hire you and give you a motherfucking job. You'll be sweeping my fucking floors and giving me coffee while I do the real fucking work for the community. And you want to sit here as a grown ass, at the time, he was like 37, 38 years old. This nigga tried to compare the fact that he was making $54,000 to a man that paid way more than that in taxes every fucking year. The shit was fucking laughable. And these niggas was up there. Yeah, Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, you roasted D Darrell. That niggas all up in there. All these niggas was up there big up in him like he did something. And I'm like, y'all all look stupid as fuck. I got tired of arguing amongst fools. Arguing amongst stupid ass, foolish men. There's no end. There's no end to ignorance.
About this conversation is It's because we can't go by what it is that we assuming. We got to go by what we know. So based off of what you telling me in your own situation, in your own situation,
I have
stats
and data to support it.
No.
What's up, Sexy Red? Shout out to that video you played when Gang Changers stupid ass was talking about me.
We don't need no stats and data. We don't need no stats and data because we got you. We got you. We got you as an example. We got you as an example. No, my nigga.
Another thing, see, they're big on stats and data that they don't understand how to read. These niggas, and I told these niggas this. Quit looking at research merely for raw numbers and raw percentages. You have to understand the context in which those statistics and those percentages were computed and what was it measuring. I told them you have to understand if the numbers are reliable or they're valid. There's a such thing as called research validity, research reliability. You have to look at these things. You have to look at the deviations. You have to look at the regressions. You have to look at the sample size that is being chosen. Which, if you read the abstract, when you look at the methodology, so how the fuck Game Changer want to try to delegitimize psychology when there's tons of research that systematically uses a scientific method to come up with data? But you want to argue with D. Durrell. I know I talk shit, but when it's time for me to speak on my shit, I know my shit. That's why I'm as successful as I am, and you're not. You on YouTube claiming and talking bullshit. I only do this for entertainment. When it's time for me to talk professional and the way I need to, go check out D. Durrell Life Solutions, and you will get a well-mannered psychotherapist speaking. On this shit, I'm going to be whatever the fuck I want to, when I want to, and how I want to. But let's continue. Appreciate you all for coming in. We got 40 in the chat, and let's get those goddamn likes up.
No, my nigga. No. Because that was not your situation. That's not your situation.
Something we can actually quantify. We're going to ignore the stats and the data, even though you say
because we got anecdotal evidence right now. We got real life people to talk about their real situations.
So what about it?
So you sit here and you said that you requested for a divorce.
Yes, I did.
You left your wife because you want to run the streets.
Not because I want to run the streets. That's a part of it. That's a plus on the.
This nigga. Oh my God. This nigga just said he left the streets because a plus side of that, he left his wife, not just because of that, but it was part of that because that was a plus side. I get to run the streets. This is some laughable shit. Man. I would never leave a marriage, a consistent, stable marriage, to go run the streets with God knows who that caused more fucking drama in your life. This shit is incomprehensible. Definitely.
Back in. But that's not the reason why.
No, Mr. Logic. You ain't frame it all the way right. He broke up his family.
Facts.
Yes, he did.
Well, no, technically, no, I didn't.
Yes,
my son's with me right now.
Yes,
he broke up his family.
Your son is with you, but what about your daughter?
Now, Anton,
my nigga. You broke up your family because you want
to. You did.
If we gonna talk about families, like if you put mine on the table, yours on the table.
No, you just said that you requested for the divorce. Ain't nobody saying nothing that you haven't already said.
Of course, yeah, and I'm telling you that. So again, me as a grown ass man, me. Hold on, no logic. Let me hold on. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this again. Listen, me as a grown ass man who's in control of my motherfucking life and my situation, I get to choose and do whatever the fuck I fucking please.
That's the same thing that the women say. That's the same thing that women say.
Women do that. I'm not dependent on no woman.
No, you know, no.
Let me stop here. I want to give a shout out to SkyBear654 for the $20 cash app. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Let me continue.
Seriously, Mr. Fantastic.
I'm not depending on a woman to leave.
Mr. Fantastic. No, Mr. Fantastic. You know who literally just said that? Tia Mori.
She graduated.
Tia Mori said the exact same thing that you're saying right now.
No, she didn't.
She did.
No, she didn't. She said
She said, "I'm a grown."
And that's what I'm saying. They will deny the fucking truth no matter what. These niggas would deny the fucking truth if it don't matter to the fucking end, man.
Woman, and it's me time, and I can do what I want to do.
Yep.
Tia Mori just said the same thing, my nigga.
Okay, so what?
Yep.
But we held her accountable.
Can I say something?
You can hold her accountable all you want. She's the woman. I'm the man, nigga. I'm a fucking man. Men do what they want. Boys do what they can. Y'all niggas have been ashamed. So again, hold on, nigga. Stop.
Nigga, you should be ashamed of yourself for leaving your wife just to run the streets.
Wait. This is the second time that Anton is going to suggest something that he wouldn't suggest to somebody else. So again, if you're miserable, fellas, black men. Now, Anton Daniels is saying, if you're not happy in your marriage, if things are not working in your marriage, if you did everything you can try to do to make your marriage
nigga,
work.
you said we grew apart.
Man. Hold on. If you've done everything you can possibly do as a husband, black man, and it's still not working, you stay
What
in
didn't
there.
work? What didn't work?
Stay in there.
What didn't work? No, nigga. No. Because that's
Okay,
the same thing. That's the same thing that the women say. What didn't work?
Shit.
What didn't work?
Daddy ass shit, nigga. That's
What
See, he's not gonna answer the question of what didn't work.
didn't work, Mr. Fantastic? No, let's get into it. What didn't work? What didn't work?
I'm not gonna go into the details about that. I told you what I'm going to disclose.
And for those that want to donate, please, my cash app is at the bottom, $Darrell77. Support a brother.
Again, and like I said, as a black man, bro, if you're gonna listen to motherfucking Anton,
No, don't put this on black men. Don't put it on.
Bro, I got Hennessy.
Don't put it on black men. Don't put it on black men because it's a lot of us that's some real stand-up dudes, and we don't fuck up our families.
Yep.
And we don't have our kids in separate households.
I'm gonna say this, man. Anton has said some very controversial things that I don't agree with, but on this shit, I'm 100% in line with the fuck Anton Daniels is saying, because real men are not going to leave their wife for any fucking woman. Matter of fact, whether he love her or not, most real men. I'm not saying, see, happily married is subjective because people marry for different reasons. But a man of value, a man of intelligence, is not going to leave his wife for another woman. Period. It may be other issues or I would say over time, an accumulation of things that occurred that put you at that point to make that decision. But you're not going to leave your wife for another woman to basically put your children. A man of value, a man of standards is not going to do that. This nigga left his wife that had children for him, held him down while he on a fucking boat 4 to 5 months out of a year in the fucking Navy, in a fucking submarine, holding shit down. She basically was head of the fucking household most of the time while this nigga was away. Making love to this nigga. His ugly. Imagine having to make love to that ugly looking ass nigga. That alone is worth the fucking pension. Nigga, you had to look at that. I don't even know how she even got an orgasm looking at this motherfucker. Seriously. And you sit here and try to hold her accountable for some shit. But nigga, she made your ass happy, nigga. She was the fucking happiness that kept your ass going. And then you want to turn around. Well, I just grew apart, and I want to fuck other bitches.
Trying to figure out where you're gonna spend Christmas.
And hopefully
we don't do none of that.
And hopefully your wife don't leave you.
Hey, fantastic.
And hopefully your wife don't leave you, Anton.
No, you ain't got to worry about it because if I take your path, then I can leave her first. Huh?
And that's another thing. When you look at your wife, though, why are you fucking worried about another man's wife? Nigga, your shit failed. Stay in your lane.
You never know.
If I take your path, I can leave her first, right?
If you were smart, you would.
Can I have a go with him?
So wait. So you telling me, Mr. Fantastic, that I should leave my wife?
No, I'm saying if it's the case, it matters of you never knowing if she's going to leave you, okay, and you have the most to lose, it might be a lot smarter for you to pull the cord first. Just saying. That's what Derek Jackson did.
Fantastic. Realize this.
This is crazy.
Wait, I mean,
is this the person that y'all taking advice from?
Sometimes you understand. Sound like a real movie in life.
Mr. Fantastic.
This is my only problem. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Fantastic. 5 minutes ago, you just told black men in your statement to black men to avoid women because they'll do this. The same thing that you just said you did to your wife. You just warned black men 5 minutes ago. You said she'll do this. Don't let no cheaper to keep, all that kind of shit like that. You contradicted the fuck out of yourself because wait. Let me finish. I've been letting you go.
The Manosphere is a fucking contradiction altogether. It's hypocrisy. It's misogynistic. It's anti-black community to a certain position. These niggas are ultra conservative. These niggas don't hold men accountable to shit. And they don't give a damn about young boys and teenagers either. All they give a damn about is how we can, quote unquote, control black women and put black women in their place. And none of them, and half of these niggas ain't talked to a black woman nor fucked a black woman in 2 or 3 years. But they want to tell other niggas what they should not be doing.
Bro, hold up. You just
guys like him don't care what they say, man. He young, man. He don't care what he say.
Hold on, Vic.
He living without a cause, man.
Hey, Victor, hold up real quick.
Let me finish. See, my point is this. If you make a standard and then you're going to sit here and spit it out.
Fantastic. You taking a risk.
Clue, what the fuck are you doing? Shut up. You're not even saying it. Let me say this is my situation.
Again. You don't tell me to shut up.
Dog. Again, bro.
Man, you don't know that about this Clue, man.
Out of all the bullshit y'all talk about, Fantastic, bro, I've never lost, bro. I've never lost. In my child support situation, I didn't lose. Bitch tried to fuck my whole life up, get everything out, represented myself, got my shit, and I'm good.
Shout out to my boy. Shout out to RZA Lyricist for the $6 cash app. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate the donations today.
Right? Even in this situation with a divorce, nigga, like you said, she was due that because the shit was coming right up on the 10. We would have got, when everything would have been said and done, it would have been at the 10. So I would have had to fucking give her whatever percentage she wanted to get out of the fucking shit for life. You know, she wasn't getting.
Now this nigga want to talk about the little stack of change, that little pension that we was talking about carrying. Now this nigga trying to talk about how he trying to protect that.
Remarried. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, seen it or whatever.
Y'all didn't meet the 10 years.
No, we met the 10 years. That's what I'm trying to say. We did, definitely. And I just said.
So he met the 10 years.
Hey, look here. Look.
Is fuck,
ain't lucky. You keep saying lucky. It's not lucky, brother. Again, I fucking had that shit the way it was.
I know, but she didn't have to agree on that.
I know that, nigga, but again, like I said, I'm in control of my situation on every way.
No, you're not, Mr.
No matter what you may hear, no matter what you may hear on the internet,
control fantastic.
I could have got screwed, is what you should have been saying.
I didn't go. I didn't go. Listen, so tell me this, Cheeky. So listen to me, Cheeky. It's all but guaranteed, and Logic know this. I don't know how long you been, Cheeky, how much you know this. Logic know this.
Oh.
Dead to right. So like Logic, she ain't even got to do nothing. She ain't got to agree. She ain't got to do nothing. Shit. Just go to court. Hey, nigga, I want my percentage of that pension. Point blank. Period. And like you said, she do it right. No question.
No. They go when you make your dude Clue. You don't know that. Chill.
what the fuck he talking about.
When you made your when you started to retire and you start going to your process, you cannot sign your DD 214 without her. It's gonna be 2 signatures. So the thing is,
married, yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
we're not married though. We already divorced. The divorce is finalized, bro.
Oh,
That's already done over.
But no, it don't matter. They look at it's the army job. It's personnel. I'm telling you, I seen a dude in there. He was a sergeant major. He was in 32 years. Fucked around and married 2 chicks, and it was doing 2 chicks for over 10 years. They came and he had 2 niggas in there, and then you know how I think y'all heard me say this story before. The nigga was in tears, right? Because he know, and I get it. He knew that he had did 30-some years, and then not these 2 women that came in there and they got half of his shit, right? And it wasn't half of them. They can only get
25 apiece.
They got to split the other 50%.
They got to split the 50. So 25 apiece, 25% each.
So I get what you said though, but the thing is I mean, you better bring that paperwork up there when you go sign your DD-14.
Oh, bro, it's already done, bro. I'm good. Like I said, bro, I cover my shit. Hey, no matter what a motherfucker man ever. My bad, Chris, you got it.
No, Mr. Lodge, I want to ask you a question. With all these marriages, bad marriages, those who served in the military, wouldn't it be better if the men married women that were in the military as well, or is that
hell no?
That's worse. That's worse because they know how to. Oh my god!
We telling you,
I
Chris,
married someone in the military, so I know.
Hold on. Let me hear the question. Can you
say
it
again? I was asking because Quest is married to his wife, and they're both in the military. That's why I was asking.
It's worse, Chris.
Yeah,
it's higher divorce rate. It's higher divorce. Places though, niggas.
What
niggas
they know
live
for in Germany?
Cambodia.
Shout out to Raw B Privilege.
Niggas live,
especially in the military.
Mixed women and women that are nice.
Hey, they known for not coming on panels. They known for not coming on panels with long ass eyelashes and big ass wigs.
Oh, they could have made money together while they were married, and that might have been the money she actually got, as opposed to
no
more.
No, it was proven again. Look it up, Aaron. You here? You a research guy,
bro?
With the
statement. That doesn't mean we don't know.
She stole the money.
Definitely gonna do that tomorrow.
If that's the case, I'm pretty sure Dr. Dre ain't tripping about it because
that's
Dr.
a good
Dre's
idea.
Clue came back for vengeance.
Sweet revenge. No, fantastic. You're wrong. We do not know the specifics of what was in his, prenup. We don't know. But whether he had a good one, an ironclad one,
Diglett, headbutt.
He may have one, but they also made money while they were married. So, listen, sometimes you still got to pay, but you ain't got to pay more since you had the prenup. That's all I'm saying. Like, we don't.
So I want to end it at that because they kicked his ass off after that. Shout out to Raw B. She came in there, had angry. You had an angry man up in there talking crazy shit too. I'm like, that's a talk. Angry man actually talking with more sense. So I'm not gonna even go there with him, but he actually did say some good things. I give him that. But I'm gonna send the link for anybody that want to come up and chop it up with me for the next 30-40 minutes on this shit. I got till about 7 o'clock because I got some things I gotta watch. I want to watch on TV. I got a pay-per-view to watch and wrestling and other shit that I got going on, chilling out with the fam. A real family, with wife, kids. I got one son left. He'll be out the house next year. Man, I would never ever. For those that want the link, you can get the link. You want to review what I talked about. I would never in my life leave my wife and family for another woman. And this is to any young buck that's out there listening to me, man. Don't you ever, if you want to leave your wife, it's because there are so many circumstances that are overwhelming for you that it affects your psychology. It affects your ability to make money. Or she did some unbearable stuff that you could, and even the women, you should never want to leave leave your husband for another man. You don't know what the fuck the end result of that. Listen, that's right. $50,000 at the real $50K is peanuts. Yeah, they got discount subsidized housing. They got, a fucking they got all kind of benefits and discounts. You get discounts on loans and education. You're not living a civilian life. So I appreciate you, AP from the Bronx, for bringing that up. What's up, sis?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that because, in the military, you don't have to be making a lot of money. You just get discounts out. Everything is free. Free healthcare, free education, free everything. There's a
Living,
lot.
you got a living, thing for living. They give you a certain amount that you can the voucher for living, your housing,
Yeah,
expenses.
and then every child you have, you get paid more. But in civilian life, if you're getting paid a certain amount of money and you have other children, oh well, figure it out.
Right.
And then your family gets, health care too. I mean, he's delusional. Is he still in the military?
Yes, he has a
Okay,
couple. Now
he's in trouble.
Yeah, so basically, AP, for I've known him since 2018. I've known him for a long time, and me and him had a real well documented beef. It was. I know. I'm pretty sure you've heard of Taz Exclusives.
Yes, I've heard of him before.
The thing that they were following was the we all three of us had an ongoing heated rivalry for about a good year or two, and we would always you would constantly see videos where he was either talking about both of us or we were all talking about each other. And this Negro talked about his military, lifestyle and his things that he had going on in the military. And one of the things he said was that he was basically, I think he has 1 year left to retire. And he constantly talked about he's going to do his 2 or 3 more years, and then he's going to retire out the military and pursue another career. So he's talked about this. He's talked about this numerous, and that was his plan. So he didn't make that much money.
He doesn't make that much money.
He doesn't.
He's still going to have to work full time.
And that's what I told him. I told him, I said, brother, he looked, and let me tell you some other dumbass thing he did, which is this stuff on Google. He looked up a national average of what therapists make, and he tried to make fun of me saying I'm doing all this, but the average therapist make like 55,000-60,000, which is a little bit more than what he makes. And he tried to make fun of me for getting the education that I have to only make a few more $1,000 than what he makes. And I'm like,
but that's a beginning, right in the beginning. Like that's not even a full-fledged therapist.
I tried to explain to him. I said, brother, first of all, what you saw was somebody starting off on average working for a clinic or a hospital.
Exactly.
I own the goddamn clinic.
Exactly.
Hold on, brother. I told him I own the clinic. How you gonna? You don't know what I make. I own. I'm like, brother, stop. It's no comparison.
You know what, D. Darrell, this is a real thing. I mean, it's so bad that when you are in the military, you are insulated from the real world, and they have to actually like debrief you, and they have to give you classes so that you can re-enter the real world. Does he not know about the inflation situation and the real estate situation? It's no joke out here. Right. A lot of people get out of the military and they see how expensive everything is and how hard it is, and they jump right back in. If you didn't get your degree for free while you were in the military and you didn't do nothing, when you come out, you're going to be in for a rude awakening.
And I have a sister that her husband, they've been in the military since he was in the military for 25 years. Actually longer than that, over 30 years. And they've been out of the military since I want to say 2018, I think 2019. And they had to find out, like, damn, living real civilian life, you're not saving the money that you had, and they had to make adjustments. and he actually went on to another career working in the school system because of that. Because what he was making, it was not necessarily going to hold up to inflation, housing expenses.
Exactly.
Because you don't have those military stuff that you once did when you're living in basic, civilian life. So
And that's another thing too. If you live on in military housing, there is a high standard where you have to conduct yourself in a certain way.
Right.
When you're a civilian, you can only live where you can afford. So if
Facts.
you work a certain amount of money and you can only afford to live in the hood, you have to deal with that.
Facts.
In the military, you could not be making that much money, but you can live in a safe, crime-free area because it's under military rule.
Right. Facts. What's up, Jason? Real Network. What's up, brother?
Oh
Good
yeah,
evening, Jason.
yeah. What's up? How y'all doing? Yeah.
good.
Fantastic is out the military. He said he home for good. I mean,
So he retired.
yeah, but he still got a 9 to 5. Because one time I heard him say that he had to go to work and stuff.
So he actually retired already.
Yeah, he's out of the military.
Okay, but even though he retired, obviously that pension was not that much that he still got to go and work. Even though he has a military pension, he's basically drawing that check, and he still needs to work a 9 to 5 to hold it down.
You got people out here that's retired that made substantial amount of money. Like my aunt, she retired from NYPD, and she still gotta work a little 4 hours there, 5 hours there, because the money just don't cover the expenses in New York. So I understand what you said with that.
Right.
Because the police officers make, I think they probably make more than people in the military, but
right.
still, and they got a lot of shit available for police officers, but she still found herself working part time just to make ends meet.
Right. Most guys I know that are in the military that retired and drawing a check, they all have to work. I don't know many that retire that don't get another job after they get out the military. Everybody that I know, every man that I know guys. I got a lot of family members that
The police department is full of retired military people.
And the military
contracts, and the fire department.
Yeah, and the military contracts, a lot of the guys that have retired out the military, a lot of them go back and work for the military as contractors.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, independent contractors.
Yeah, exactly. So they obviously the military, it doesn't pay all that. I mean, you're right. You get a lot.
The only way you're gonna win in the military if you're in medical. If you're in medical, you straight.
Okay. So
medical military people that's certified medical, they get paid.
Right. So somebody said Miss Queen said you can't live off military pension unless you retired as a high-ranking official.
Yes, I agree with her.
So like you damn near like a general or something like that.
Yeah.
Per se.
At least an officer status.
And so I don't know much about the military, but I know that he got doxxed and people exposed that he was like an E6. I don't know what level. I know it's not that high based on where he was at.
It's a staff sergeant.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
3 chevrons and just 1 stripe. But the thing is too, in the military, cheating on your wife is an offense.
Yes, it is.
Adultery is an offense
for
the U.S. Military Code of Justice. So he had to leave because he's putting it on blast that he's cheating on his wife. If his wife goes to his company commander, he's going to get thrown out.
My position is that I think somebody did try to contact the military on him. Because he got doxxed. I know for a fact he got doxxed really bad in 2020, and they exposed that he was getting a divorce. They exposed that his wife moved out and stuff like that, and that she had another man, and it was all kind of. I didn't agree with all that because I'm not for the doxing and putting, even at the heat of us having our little rivalry or beef with one another. I'm not for putting everybody's information, but he
may have had to leave because that's a serious offense in the military.
Right.
He may have had to leave. He may have had no choice. You know how people are when they're getting ready to get fired, they say that they quit. He may have had to leave. We don't know that. He could be, for bravado's sake, just saying, "Oh yeah, well I had to let that go."
Yeah, but he was definitely, doing his thing, talking about when he on his way. I know for a fact he did videos where he was riding on his way to some little chick he was dealing with while he was, it was, and so when that got exposed, the marriage did not dissolve yet. I thought he was like in separation and he had lawyers, but he didn't even get lawyers. He just basically got some state sanctioned paperwork to file divorce. He didn't even go through a professional to do the shit.
Because sometimes professionals don't want to touch you if you're in the military because you're government property and they're not allowed to touch you, and they're not allowed to administer medical procedures on you if they find out you're full-time military, and sometimes people back away from you. So he may have had to go underground to file those papers.
Are you military or married military?
I was in the military.
Oh, okay. So my position, I mean, he was in the Navy, so I don't know. Every branch is about the same as far as how they handle pensions and things like. Is the pay structure the same?
It's very similar, but they have a real high moral conduct.
Yeah, they do.
And you have to know, like for each rank, the code of conduct is a little bit higher, and the expectations that they have of you is higher. And if your moral compass and if your behavior goes against the code of conduct, you can be thrown in the brig or you can get kicked out.
Right. So because I'm gonna say this, I as far as when they start speaking of the divorce rate for military personnel, I've seen that firsthand just in my profession. Through the VA, I deal with a lot of couples that are in the VA system that are military, and a lot of the couples in there, they have bad marriages. Just to me, what I've seen, I know there's a lot dealing with the strain of people being gone away, but I know a high percentage of military, particularly those who've done tours, dealing with the PTSD situation with them coming back. That puts I've seen a lot of divorces end over a lot of the military personnel getting PTSD and the spouse not able to deal with that.
It's hard to transition
from
being in the military, and you keep going back and forth from military to civilian. It's a difficult transition because the worlds are so different.
Exactly. And so what I've seen is that people have came from Afghanistan, coming back from Iraq and other different places and things of that sort. And when they come home, they want to operate their home as if they're still in the military, and it's very troublesome for their partner to deal with that. There's also a high level of alcohol abuse that may contribute to things, and abusive behavior, physical and things of that sort. It's very hard. My heart goes out to veterans that experience PTSD and other mental health related ailments, but that's what I've seen when they talk about, just to blatantly say the marriage rates are the divorce rate is high just because it's strictly on just interpersonal issues. It's a little bit deep. It's a little bit deeper than that. You see, and this is the problem I have when they read statistics and they just see a blatant statistic that says, military people, the military force that, the couples or married couples that are in the military, they have a 70% divorce rate. Okay. So the Manosphere will take that statistic and they don't put it into context in the dynamics that contributed to that failure. And some of that is not, to me, when someone contracts or develops, that's no one's fault. That's just the fact that you got that in lieu of trying to serve your country. And
Right.
it just so happened, you know, like there are unforeseen things that happen that contribute to the failure of a marriage. And things when it comes to healthcare, mental health related things, that's out of anybody's control.
Right.
You know, and so you just can't take that and assume, oh, it was the woman's problem. She filed first. I'm like, no, it's you know, that to me what led me to stop, you know, engaging with them, because I'm sitting here as a person who has read, studied, and produced research, and I'm trying to help them understand what these numbers really mean. And see what he experienced, the way they went at him, that's kind of what happened to me when I would go on platforms. To be all these guys that have never attended college. Some of them barely graduated high school, and they telling me my degree don't mean anything, my training don't mean anything. Counseling and psychology is not a science. Saying dumb stuff like I can't engage like that, and so that I don't do the panels like that anymore, because I can't deal with the unintellectualism. I can't.
Well, a lot of the people that are saying that, they're looking at it from a very rudimentary standpoint, because one of the things that employers are looking for is they want to make sure that you know how to start something and how to complete something. If you know how, if you have good time management skills, if you have good resource management skills, if you have, you know, if you're organized, if you have a linear mind. Sometimes you don't even, you can have a degree in zoology and you can get hired as a supervisor, because for you, in order for you to have that 4-year degree, there's certain rules that you had to follow in order to earn that degree. It's not always about you get this degree and then you work at this job. And that's what they're thinking about. They're thinking about, you go to school to be a carpenter, you become a carpenter, and you make carpenter money. But that's not what it's about. And I don't think that they're understanding that. That's why they keep laughing at people that have degrees, because they don't get it. Just the fact that you have that shows a level of discipline and a level of dedication and a level of perseverance to better yourself. And
Yeah.
I don't think they're seeing that.
They don't understand how to use that degree.
Yes.
And there's there's all types of ways. Like for myself, like I use my degree in all types of ways. I you know, the number one way that I use my business is for my own clinics that I have and things of that sort. But I also have done all types of contract type work, consulting type work, and things like that. That's beyond the scope of what my degree trained me to do. But because I'm at a certain level and I'm enacting in certain things, people want to use your expertise.
Exactly.
because they know that you have a certain level of education and experience, like particularly in healthcare. I may have a healthcare agency may want to get my perspective on how to operate audits, how to handle patient care, how to deal with certain legalities and different things like that. I get that all the time. I just did about 3 weeks ago. I provided some consulting services for Dr. Pepper, you know,
right.
And I didn't even know that they're now owned by Keurig. And I learned that by doing that consultation when I went there for I did 3 hours that I spent with them on some things, and
And
it was
see, you
work
could
related.
also be an expert witness at trials.
I've done a little bit of that too. I haven't done that in a while, but I've been an expert witness. I've also participated in assisting lawyers in picking their jury. Actually that's how Dr. Phil made most of his money before he went into TV. He was picking juries. He was famous for doing that. So when you just look, and so that they'll tell people like, well, see, Black women are getting their degrees in psychology, sociology, social work, and humanities. And I like, brother, don't you know that there are colleges, there are corporations and different companies that will hire you just on the fact that you have a degree, because they want a certain level of education in their job.
Yes.
So to say it has no value is stupidity. That means you don't understand education. You don't understand the value of what having a BA degree or a BS degree means. It's not merely the fact that you can go work for somebody. It's the fact that that degree puts you at a level that puts you apart from other people who don't have it. Most people don't have college degrees. Most people, they don't. Most people did not go through that strenuous matriculation of some program or and as far as the program you're trying to get your degree in. No, they don't, and so a person with an education has a certain level of achievement, a certain level of expertise that comes with what they learn, knowledge base, and also the network that you build.
Exactly.
And that's what set Ivy League schools away, because they have strong, colossal networks of people that they come up with or graduate and spend time with. They build corporations and businesses and all types of stuff. And the fact that a lot of these people that they network with, either they have access to resources or their family has access to resources that they could benefit from. So you can't sit there and say a degree is not worth this whole thing about belittling Black women who are seeking higher education. And to make, basically, in order to control them, you want to bring them down below your level to make them feel less than because you didn't achieve. And so I have problems with that, because as Black men, you should want to achieve as much as you can.
Well, I think that they're digging a hole for themselves, because if someone were to say something like that to me, I would say, well, hey, this is a free country, then I guess there's nothing more to talk about. Have a nice day. I mean, what what I'm saying? Why would you even argue with a person if that's what they truly believe? I mean, how dumb would you sound trying to convince someone like that why a degree is valuable? It's like a toolbox. The more tools that you have in your toolbox, the better you can refine whatever problem comes your way. If all you have in your toolbox is a hammer and a flat screwdriver, well, then any problem that comes up, you're going to be pulling out a hammer and a flat screwdriver. But if you have a power drill and you have a monkey wrench and you have an Allen wrench and the more tools you have, the better it is for you.
Facts. That's facts. That is just facts. And to me, it's just, I don't know. It's just to hear them say this stuff. And to me, I'm glad that this happened, because this is why they stay in a bubble and they choose not to leave out to go to different spaces, or they're very strategic on where they go, because they're going to get challenged like this. And what he experienced is what he would experience in the normal social aggregate amongst other men that are going to hear this stuff, and they're looking at you like, you mean to tell me you think of your own daughter as potentially being a hoe? I've never, like, what are you saying, man?
Right.
How could you even acknowledge a person? Even, you should be upset that someone even asked you that question.
Right.
He's gonna sit there and say, well, she could potentially, I don't know yet. I'm like, oh my God, this is shameful. As a Black man, it's embarrassing to hear another Black man speak like this.
Well, I'm glad that those men were pushing back, and they were going, dude, you're contradicting yourself. Are you listening to what you're saying?
No, he wasn't. He was not listening to what he was saying.
I'm glad that they pushed back, because I've seen echo chambers where people just keep signing off on, toxic behavior, and they just keep passing it around. And it's like no one stands up and say, hey, the king is not wearing any clothes. The king is naked. Yes. Nobody says anything. And this time they were like, dude, are you even listening to yourself?
Yeah, man. And I'm actually, now I'm gonna say this. I don't know if you watch the Lapeef or you watch the Fight Club, because Anton has said some controversial things too. But I have noticed that lately he seemed to kind of coming more in the middle. He's kind of, being more reasonable with some of the things that he's saying, and he's not about as far as he's not as extreme with certain things. He's kind of moving to the opposite direction. And he was, and so I thought Antoine accepted being in the Manosphere, but obviously he didn't. He was like, I don't want no part of that. Which you know, because they actually adopted him as a member of the Manosphere, and he never associated with them. So now I know for real that he never had any dealings with them outside of Kevin Samuels. I mean, he was the only one that went to Kevin Samuels' funeral.
Because they want well-spoken, successful men, and so that they can say this man is part of our organization. That's what they want. And
Wow.
there's just like the white manosphere threw them out, and they had to start their own manosphere,
right?
Because the white manosphere was talking about alimony and child support, which they were actually paying.
Facts.
And they
Now
were
that is
actually,
facts.
yeah, and they were actually going to court, not just saying if I go to court or I'm scared to go to court. And so those men said, nope, we don't want you hiding behind our movement. Get out.
They sure, and that's something that they don't want to talk about.
Exactly.
They do not want to. And see, the thing about it, when the Manosphere first started, like when in its infancy stage, they talked a lot about child custody. They talked about child support, child custody, and issues of marriage and divorce. And there were people that were given information to help people get lawyers, different things, how to deal with stuff if they were in the rears with their child support and stuff like that. And it wasn't like, even though they did talk about dating and relationships and black women, there was more diversity amongst how black men can navigate a situation if they got into a bad situation. So that was more help. But then all of a sudden it morphed into this stuff where it's just about, black women are evil, this and that, and you're going to get a divorce. And just like he told Anton, your wife may end up leaving you. I have had several guys in the Manosphere told me that. I have had several guys that knew that I was married and said that they had guys that told me your wife is only with you because you got money, even though she was with me before I had money. I had guys tell me, well, if you do this, man, you've been married. I've been married now for 18 years. They got men telling me that basically this was 5 years ago, or you're not going to make 20 years. Most women are going to leave. They're going to do this, and they're going to no longer want to take care of you. They're going to no longer. And I'm looking like, how do you know my wife? How you going to tell me about my wife?
Well, and that's that's
crazy.
one thing that's lacking, is that I see men telling men, how to pick a woman, how she should look, how she should this. And I'm like, why are you sitting here letting this person tell you what you should be doing and what you should be attracted to and how you are running stuff?
Yeah.
And none of these people have a track record of a successful
marriage,
loving, caring, sharing marital relationship, but they're trying to tell you what to do.
Exactly. And that was a point that I made years ago. It's like, to me, the people who make the loudest noise are the people who are actually unsuccessful at relationships or marriage. And the people who should be talking the most are the ones y'all don't want to listen to.
Yes.
And that's just a fact, and not only that, to me, I look at a person, even if you were married, and let's say you were married for a long period of time, let's say 10, 15 plus years, I feel like through that, regardless of the circumstances, you were able to have some level of a long-term relationship with someone that was through marriage. And I get it. Sometimes things just don't work right, and sometimes the partner ways can be amicable, and you just stay friends and you co-parent. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got this extremist behavior, saying all this crazy stuff. You got these guys thinking that, like, I don't understand this whole thing about these guys. You would think that they have millions of dollars that they're trying to protect. These guys don't have that type of resources to be worrying about a woman taking 50%.
But the richest men in the world are all married.
Yes.
And as soon as they get a divorce, It's like almost
again.
6 months. They get married again.
Yes.
So there is something about wealth building and a and the unity and the strength. There is something positive going on because these men are they stay married. They stay with a wife.
Yes.
But they just don't want to emulate the people who are successful. They want to emulate the people who are failures and who, you know, are not, you know, who are broke.
Yes, and I don't understand it. I don't understand it. What's up, brother? Speak.
Hey, DJ Will, what's going on?
What's up, player? What's on your mind, man? Based
Hey,
on
bro, speaks.
Hey,
what's been
AP.
presented.
I will say this: any panel with Mr. Fantastic on it is a failure. I don't care what talked about. I'm not watching that shit because I know how he is. He's a fucking failure. Period.
Oh wow!
If you have him on your panel is trash. Period. I don't care what it is about. I don't care if you have the smartest people on there. If you have him on your panel, it's a failure. Period. I'm sorry. I don't respect this dude. First of all, this dude took Ramil's talking point. He got big off Ramil. That's how he got big. He didn't have his own talking point. He stole Ramil's talking points. And Ramil did it way better. And I'm just like, why is this dude here? It's like
he came back because remember he took a break.
Yeah. Why people let him around? That's my question. It's like, what's the point of talking to this dude?
Yeah, but he needs something because he if he just left the military and he's been in the military that long, then he's got to start all over again, socializing, and he's got to learn how civilians are and stuff. So he's probably pretty lonely.
Well, he claimed he got all these women.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I can understand him. He needs, but why is other people letting him on?
Well, they did say something to him. They did tell him, man, you're contradicting yourself. You're being hypocritical. They did give him the business, though. They did give him pushback. They didn't just let him rant on and on.
Yeah, I see that, but he should never been on there in the first place. He's failure. I mean, I'm sorry. I can't respect the panel that has that dude on it. I'm sorry. I just don't.
I get you saying that, but you know how the Manosphere work, man. They put people up there to say all kind of dumb stuff, and you know how they do.
I know, and that's why I don't follow it that much no more. Because I'm like, you put all these goofy people up there that have no business talking. How you gonna talk about marriage and talk about how these women gonna leave? You the one filed for divorce because for whatever reason, if he did leave because he wanted to chase women, he's a fucking idiot. Stop the rip, fucking idiot.
Yeah, man. I didn't understand, man. I really didn't understand because remember at one time Mr. Fantastic was really hot in space. And you know, you remember he took a lot of L's for driving 8 hours to see a woman, and she turned him around and did the stuff with Jessica X. He took a L for that too.
I mean, the fact that the thing that turned me totally against him, other than minor shit like him feuding with Taz. I'm like, y'all the same person. I don't know why y'all feuding. Y'all the same person. You just went to the military. He went to the streets. You're the same person. So I don't even know why you're fucking fighting. But the thing that turned me totally against him, and I will never follow this dude ever, is when he was gonna get in a fight with Rudam over Jessica X.
Yes.
I saw that shit. I was like, this piece of crap is lame.
Yes.
I would never fight over a woman I never touched, I never seen. You've seen an avatar. You haven't even seen this real person. Why the fuck you gonna fight this dude over there? And that's why I didn't follow him, and I don't follow Rudamp either. I mean,
I remember that. I remember when that happened. That was back in was that 21 or early 20? No, it was in 2020.
Yeah, I think it was 2020.
It was 2020. Yeah, I remember when that happened. Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, these dudes are just an embarrassment. And I don't know why people following. That should have cut everybody from following any of these two. But what can you say? I'm like, so that's why I'm like, he's trash. Why is he on the panel? I get that we gotta have entertainment, but it just makes black men and just makes black men look bad because you got people who really should be talking on a panel.
Talking. Yeah. And they talk and they talk the loudest.
Yeah, they talk the loudest, and nobody just going around I mean, I'm glad that they did push back against the marriage thing. I'm not anti or pro marriage. I think that is a personal decision on whatever you want to do. Whatever lifestyle that you choose to live, that's a personal. If it fits what you're trying to do, yes, all for it. There's nothing wrong with protecting yourself, protecting your assets,
right?
Because that's an important thing. You don't want to be you get divorced and you just having to start all the way over. That's problematic. But
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot that men had to go through, to start all over.
I mean,
I'm not.
He's trying to protect his bag. It's cheaper to keep her. If this woman put up with him and his weirdness, she's a gem. Don't let her go, because you're not getting any younger, and whatever little coins you think you have, that's not going to be enough to have a young thing be interested in you, because nobody wants to take care of a sick person. If this woman has been with you for all of these years, you're locked in. Just stay there.
Facts.
It's just going to go downhill from here. You know this man is not taking care of himself because he's reckless. His recklessness is going to spill into other areas of his life. If you're married and she stayed with you for 18 years, just stay. Because if you have to pay alimony or child support, that's going to cut into your money. You're not making military money anymore. You're going to have to work a full-time job. And how much money are you going to have left over to wine and dine 304s?
Yeah. And they're expensive.
Yes, they are. They're going to be expensive. You need to have money set aside for your retirement.
Yep.
And how much is nursing care to have a nurse come over to your home? This is crazy. This guy is throwing it all away.
So could you give me some analysis or somewhat of a perspective on the situation with him protecting his pension? Because they said he was married for over 10 years, and they kind of brought that up about signing some type of DD2 form or
the DD214 is separation papers. It tells what status you are when you leave the military.
Okay.
So when you get a DD214, there's different statuses that you will have. You can have an honorable discharge, a dishonorable discharge, a general discharge, that things of that nature. But they do have tiers where if it's a certain tier, maybe the amount that you give to your spouse is a certain amount.
Okay.
But that's a dumb move to get rid of a spouse that's been there for you for 18 years, because it's a dumb move. Because you're in a vulnerable part of your life. That's a dumb move.
That's crazy, man. Like just and you're the one who filed. He's the one who actually filed the divorce for the divorce. She didn't file, he did. Which didn't make and his reason was, I partially did it because we grew apart, but I also wanted to run the streets. I'm like, run the streets.
That's the dumbest reason to ever.
That's why you grew apart, because she was married and you wanted to run the street. So you just knew that you wasn't going to do right. So you just said, I might as well just let this go because I know I ain't going to do right.
He didn't even think about the children. He didn't even think about the kids.
I know.
Here's the thing. This is the same dude on the panel when Derrick Jackson and his wife, when everything was found out about Derrick Jackson. And there were guys saying, hey, maybe Derrick Jackson shouldn't have got married in the first place. Because, hey, even if you're not as successful, there is a point where you might become that and you might want to live your life. This is the same dude said, well, no, he had to get married because he had the child. And I'm like, why would you? So you rather, instead of having a man be in his master of his own self, you're telling him he has to get married because he had the child with her. And I'm like, this dude here, like,
but my position is, you saying that, but obviously on the show you act like you don't believe in marriage, and you're talking about all of these quote unquote statistics that are telling people that people are not getting married anymore, and that's just not true. People who value marriage, who value building with a partner, those are the people who are getting married. People who are in upper middle class, upper middle class, and above, they're getting married. It's those who are working class and below that are not getting married.
Yeah, right. I agree with that.
And see that, and that's the reason why they're gonna continue to stay at that status, because people who married build and combine their incomes to elevate themselves up.
I agree.
It's not rocket science. But the problem is that when you're thinking about self all the time, when you're selfish and you're only thinking about you and what you can do, what you can get out of exploiting or controlling or manipulating someone else, that's a recipe for being alone.
Yes.
And the thing about it, I've trust me, I've seen this. I've seen 60, 70-year-old people regret getting divorces. That's basically Christmas and Thanksgiving, and out they sitting there by themselves with no family. And that's, to me, that is not a easy thing. It's hard for me to even see people go through that. But I'm gonna say, being lonely in the latter years of your life, that's not a fun thing.
Nope,
it's not. And what you're doing is you're only creating this atmosphere where your presentation towards the opposite sex is always going to be controversial, is always going to be conflictual, that nobody of opposite sex wants to deal with you or be with you. So you're going to be alone. It's just a recipe of being alone, bitter and alone, and blaming others for your problems.
And the children are old enough to see what really happened. It's not like they're little kids where you can lie to them and said, oh, your mother this. They see what you're doing. They're old enough to understand. If you guys were married for 18 years, they're old enough to understand and to see your foolishness.
Right. They are. So, well, guys, I'm about to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm at the 2:30, a little bit over the 2:30 mark. Any last words? I appreciate your commentary.
It was another great show. It was very entertaining, and I'm just glad that those guys didn't, sign off and just agree with him, and they gave him some pushback. That was positive.
Yeah, that was, and I was actually shocked at Anton because I've seen him say a lot of negative things about women and certain things, but obviously he was speaking as a married man. So I definitely, and he's been married for over 20 years. He actually showed, I don't know if you've seen the content, he actually showed his wife on his Fight Club channel. You see more of him, more of a human outside of the content creator stuff. You see more of him as a family man. So
there was a pedophile that was bragging on his channel and talking about sleeping, having, sex with an underage person, and Anton ripped him a new one.
Oh wow!
And he tore him to shreds.
Wow!
And he wasn't letting the guy breathe. He had his foot on his neck, and figuratively, and he tore him a new one. He was like, "Dude, are you serious?" And he wouldn't let him go. So he has done this before.
Wow, good for him. I'm glad of that. And I've done it. That's another reason why I left the Manosphere, because of these Negroes trying to elevate pedophiles. There are known pedophiles in that space. At least 3 that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't do it, man. I'm like, this is enough, man. I can't do it. So any last words, brother? Speak.
We like to reiterate, if you have a panel with Mr. Fantastic, it's just a failure. I'm sorry. I'm going to, but if you're going to have him on there, counting these talking points, and also ask him, okay, why you were okay that a guy who, maybe got a woman pregnant, young, was okay being, you said in that sense he should get married, but now all of a sudden you anti-marriage. They need to be asking him that question.
Yeah.
Other than that, other than that, good show, D. Darrell.
He'll say anything to patronize the Manosphere. So guys, I appreciate you all for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and leave out on this song that I dedicated to Fantastic and Game Changer. Y'all have a great day.
Okay, you too. Good night, everyone.
Well, good night, everybody.
Fantastic fraud.